Interesting draft from the side of Falcons AP. Brent once again looking for individual movements across, messing with the Terizla on the side of Falcons AP. Brent, will they be able to repeat the performance in Game 1?
I'm feeling again to the side of Falcon AP brands now. I'm not sure it's because I'm a bit biased or because I'm a fan, but I feel that here on out, I think Falcons have a good idea to actually go out to put out, despite the fact that Aurora possibility, yes, they have a lot of burst heroes on their side, but if Falcon can actually hold the position, have the
5 minutes of the game.
Okay.
Are we good?
Going in straight into the mid. I feel like we got 3 players there. I feel like Ogwin
going
will
in.
be
Let's
going
go.
in for
so we can finally
just clearing out the
can finally
minions
hear
so far.
the
Not
English
gonna actually
stream.
ever extend on anything, but UA do
that nice?
try to actually go for the overextension just a little bit. So now and it seems that Ogwin try to stop UA in the way as well. And as they
Mahina, boys.
progress, we
Alright,
do see that the scrimmage that was supposed
Alright.
to start, it didn't start. It was just a little bit
So
of
is the audio
focus
good,
coming in from both
guys?
sides.
Yeah, but the first lethal
Did we
one
did
that
it?
going to go into the hands of Aurora. A good start for them at this point. Keeping up with their performance from game number 1.
Okay, looking good so far. I'm at least we do see that
Alright, all
somehow
good, guys.
the
Let's
overextension
go.
was not done.
Good
They're
take.
just
It's a good
slowing
take.
things down. They're trying to actually buff up just a little bit and try to poke a little
So
by little.
natapos na yung picks and bans.
Yep, they're placing a lot of emphasis onto Kalkizi here with the war cry on his emblem. So they're looking for huge bursts.
Alright,
right
let's
from
watch.
this. Now Kalkizi trying to go for it. Not sure who that went to. Didn't
So this is the
catch
official,
but based on the XP, I think it went
watch
into
party,
the
bro.
sometime.
It possibly could be going in from Demon Kite is that he managed to actually steal it away.
Please,
despite the
share our
fact that
stream,
Kaltizi-
guys.
Yeah, the fact that Kaltizi was trying to go in, but it's still in the favor of Aurora.
So switch sides.
Now, with that
Red
being said,
side
this
this
is going to be
time
the
ang
first
Aurora.
neutral objective of the
Lakas
game
ni
coming
Doming
up
dun,
in
pare.
4 seconds. First turtle.
Sa
This
tanggalan
first
to, guys, sa
turtle
tanggalan.
to break that deadlock.
Oh, we do see Demon Kite gonna poke in. That's a good input right here by Ogwin coming in. He doesn't actually go for overextension, just that Edward try to push him out away, and just a little bit it's gonna
Okay,
be
guys, wait
the
lang,
turtle
ah.
in the hands
Kinig
of
lang kayo
Demon
dyan.
Kite to get a good upper hand for the team of Aurora.
Yep, unfortunate for Ogwin there. He did not hit for right at the correct time just yet. So that allowed Aurora to really make the moves onto that first turtle of the game. Now, Renegade looking for an entry point into Super Marco.
Super Marco
Wait lang, guys, ha.
needs to be really
Need
cautious,
to link
but I
lang
think
ako,
that
need
they
to link.
move back away. Feel like UA will be prioritizing going into Ogwin. They are also waiting to see whether or not Ogwin try to actually contest for that purple buff. As we see, going in for a fight with Renegade, Ogwin managed to spur away, and Aurora still managed to move from any casualty that was put out by FCAP.
Yep, and at this point, Edward doing well on his own to fend off a 2-man gank at the top lane. So Falcons AP Brand, every single play has been shut down. This time it is up for Aurora to find something.
I'm living the fact that no matter how much FCAP try to go in for
Hello, mic
the
check. Mahina, mic.
instigator or even try to go in for
Is the mic good,
it
mga
ended
bro?
up having been shut down. Aurora was just so much empowering
Aurora
to
Boulevard.
defense, but here on out, sprint coming in from the mid.
Ayan na.
Yep, they're gonna try
let's
on
go.
the Renegade. He's falling a bit low as well. He should be the first one to fall. Kalkizi gets the first blood
Okay,
from
let's
Pew.
go.
Gonna be traded out instantly. It's a 1-for-1. Aurora still having that slight goal lead.
Mas maganda may caster, no?
Doing well for both sides, but Aurora
maganda may
getting
caster.
a really good upper hand at the moment.
Sarap manood
and
na may
the fact
caster,
that
eh.
The one who tried to go in for the
Press
initiative
1 kung gusto
was
nyo may
the
caster.
team of Aurora, but AFCAP
Di ba, boring
did not
manood pag walang
want to
caster?
at least steal away another play because the fact that they were the one who tried to initiate that screen. But
Right,
they
guys, share our
faltered
stream
in
and
the end.
go ahead and check out our
At this point, you know, the
our
Thunderbolt
caption
really in the hands
and
of Edward. He's gonna be
the
tanky.
pin comment on
He's gonna
Facebook.
Get that first growth much faster than they have on the side of Falcons AP. Brent Doming actually doesn't really care about that gold crab. Will give it away to Super Marco, which then he rewards himself with the corrosion scythe.
It's gonna piece straight away to the turtle as Ogwin waiting for the right time.
Here we go. Sino makakuha ng turtle, boss?
Go in for a fight. It's gonna be 3-2-4 at the moment right
Oh,
now. with
what a
Aurora.
catch!
Ay!
Yep, he eats him up. Daytona's welcome. Ball charge on Ogwin, but it's not gonna matter too much. Shadow Q gonna be used by
Sana
Kalkizi.
matay.
He's falling really, really low. second turtle of the game gonna go into the hands
Uy,
of
grabe
Aurora
ka,
on the back
Flappy
line.
boy.
They go in with the penalty zone, does not catch anyone but Edward. And here we go. The
MPL
turtle
ID,
potentially
start
go in,
na.
looking for the Lycan Pound, will not find anyone yet. But so far, Aurora maintained.
Bren lang, malakas.
Aurora, early games doing so
Grabe guys, pag
effectively
nanalo Aurora
that
dito,
Aztec
isa
cannot
upset,
do
no?
anything. I feel like, again,
Panggalang
this
Bren,
is
pag
still
ganon.
a struggle coming in from AFCAP, despite the fact no matter how much they try to pull in, it's still not enough to shut down Aurora's players. And here, Latizi gonna go in for the tees to fight off with Edward. Kaltizi also will be at the backup side as well as they actually go in for the steals. But at the same time, right here, Super Marco almost close enough being taken out, but Latizi all alone, he will be gang up.
Sana mag-game 3.
Yep, that's a kill if I've ever seen one. Flapteasy takes the fall. Meanwhile, the play on the bot does not work out.
Guys, go ahead and
Make it out
chat in
safely.
English also so that I can answer you guys in
Going
English.
in favor of
Because we need to
Aurora
speak in
Gaming.
English.
I mean, again, this is a question
Because
coming
this is
in
the
from
official,
AFCAP and
one of the
going
official
into
watch parties.
The itemization, and you talked about how the moment when Edward has that Thunder Belt, that's gonna give a lot of pressure, even more for Falcons.
Thank you
to
so
actually
much, Journal.
take down the defense,
Please
because
support
he's already
MPL even though
tanky,
I'm not
he
part
already
of
has
it.
a lot of the buff on his end, and to a point that AFCAP cannot do anything.
Yep, interesting.
Tripping na lang ba, Bren?
Sky Piercer, first item for doming. So this is going to be a huge power spike for this.
I'm no English, I'm not graduating.
And it looks like they will reward themselves with a T1 tower on the top. In the meantime, Aurora, they catch eyes on 3 different members on the side of Falcons AP.
2 PH Team Liquid
push
in.
them away.
So Team Liquid PH are now waiting. So later, after this match, there's going to be Team Spirit versus
on the same
forgot what team. Sorry, Mad Bulls.
Right here, we saw
And then
Ogren
after that,
having a little bit struggle
Team
to
Liquid
actually
and
pull
whoever
through.
wins this game.
He try to actually find as much input as possible, but the third turtle, the last turtle coming
What are your
up,
thoughts on
Flat
Renegade?
TZ, try to go
Renegade
in
still
for the
good, I think.
initiator, and Aurora is already
But for me,
looking
he's
to
better.
finish it off.
He's better with aggressive heroes rather than the passive ones.
Joining the fight, and here we go. Lycan Pound available. He's gonna jump in.
'Cause
They
he has
will
the
get
killer
turtle,
instinct.
But at what cost? Because Flapteasy is dead, taken apart. It's going to be a 1 kill going to the side of Aurora. If Aurora gets 1 more kill here, it's
Demon
going to be a
Kite,
perfect
Julian.
Flapteasy being threatened
And
here.
then they
Doming
have the
waiting, but
Barrett's
does get
sideline.
spotted out. So Aurora, they know not to overextend. They will back out.
But at least the trade's still coming up for their side. They're still in the lead. They have
Who is
the
better
potential,
at 3? Who?
despite no matter how much the turtle has already been taken out. It's still Aurora's for the win right this instant. The trades is still enough for them to actually have the better upper hand, have the advantage.
Hello, Bench. Yes, I'm still.
So we do
I'm also
see
part
that
of
here,
HOK.
Ogren try to go in
It's
for
okay
a
in
fight
ML.
with Edward, but it's not going to be enough as Supermarket.
And who knows, maybe Wild Rift, right?
One of the turrets into the hands of Team Falcons.
Yep, Super Marco hitting the mark. He is going to be able to shred down that T1 on the bot as well. In the meantime, Kaltizi 101.
Shout out sa'yo, James Rocket.
Can they keep it on?
Demon Kite, Mamba out. Ay, grab. Beya.
Flicker ultimate, they will get it down. Flapteasy slams the floor.
I'm still on ML, guys. I'm not gonna leave ML. I'm just not part of the MPL. That's different.
And no other losses and no other casualties thus far. But Falcons AP Brand, they're coming back into this game.
Oops, Super Marco tried to tag off Renegade, but at the same time, Renegade was able to move away. Now, Ogwin, if he actually managed to stop it, but he unfortunately was not in time, but it's okay. Aurora did manage to actually at least clear some of the casualty that was done by Team Falcon. They did manage to actually get a trade, but at the same process right here, we do see that turrets-wise, it is going to be in the lead of Team Falcons as they managed to get the second turret.
Yes, Nikki A is right. Thank you, Nikki A.
Easy actually gets the first kill, right? So 1-0-1 in comparison, Demon Kite 0-1-1, so he might be trailing in gold by a little bit.
But for
More
sure, I might
importantly,
not
Kaltizi is 2
shoutcast
levels ahead. This is going to be a
Canon-
huge difference in the retribution
Canon
amounts.
Major Leagues.
Coming in right here
Because you need to be
Ogwin
part of the
getting
esports
an input
department
as
for
much
that
as
one.
they could, as
For
they see Renegade
MPL.
as well as Edward right in the mid.
Maybe I'll
Renegade
just do
wanna
watch
push
parties.
out Ogwin away from his own farm so that they at least give a good backup for the teams to actually buff it up. And
No, guys, you
Team
watch
Falcon
MPL.
will not stop them
Nasanay
from
lang kayo,
their
nasanay lang
own
kayong may
farm to
Manjean.
build up a lot of their potentials.
Nanonood kayo, supportahan nyo sila.
Super Marco as well gets a split push on the
Oi,
top
Hope,
lane. Now
what's up?
proceeds to the mid lane to get a little bit more farm. They're gonna start working on the Lord pretty soon. I would think.
Maybe there's a possibility they are trying to actually poke it out. They try to tease it, but at the same time, somehow we're gonna
Alright.
see that it's just gonna be a back and forth.
So,
Nobody
they have
going
the
in full initiative,
carry. Carry
just
got
get few,
buffed.
putting off some
Longer
of
duration of the
skills so that they
ultimate.
can actually be able to shut down the movement of Aurora as well.
Pero,
But at the
may
same
crowhan
time,
pa rin yung
it's
laban na
not
to.
been done yet. It hasn't
This laban
started
will,
yet between both
depend
of
on
this
the
team. But at
micro.
the same process,
Oh,
Southeast
wow, wow,
takes
we
out
grabe.
two men first of all.
Yep, that's a huge win for the side of Falcons AP Brand. Not only that, they get the mid T1 as well.
I can't
This is
I can't
doors
restream
wide
MPL
open
ID
for the
because
first load of the game. And Falcons
today we're
AP
gonna
Brand
have the
fully
5
recovered.
games.
Team
Full
Falcons
5 games of
back to
Supernova.
their rounds. And
So we will
it was
stream, we
because of
will do the watch
Calpisi.
party
The
up
more
until the
momentum
lower
he put
bracket
out, the
final.
more that he actually wins those kills, the fact that he was able to bring it back now with the gap that had been put out with 50 to 13 to Demon Kite, he has much more upper hand.
Yeah, really like the win conditions this time. They couldn't get the team fights that they wanted, so let's just go for the solo kills instead, and that's the strength of Calpisi on this higher booster.
Okay.
Now we'll try to actually make sure that at least the second tier will not be taken out. They want to make sure that they will be securing all of their bases.
Ano magandang hero ngayon sa
still in the midst for
Novaria?
Aurora.
Ay, hindi.
Here,
Ito.
Demon Knight doesn't
May
realize
hero
that
dito.
Calpisi is
Zas.
right there. Maybe Calpisi will try to pick him out.
Zas
But
is
it
the
actually
hero.
also cause a little bit of disturbance of him.
Are you able to resume casting
Could have
MPL
been in
when
the
everyone
end
to go
of
back?
Calpisi
I'm not
to
sure,
get
Rog.
sent off as well, and
It
it seems
really
that Demon Knight
depends.
just backs off away.
Yeah,
It depends
it's
on
all
the
about
situation.
resource play here. It looks like Falcons AP Brand, they have found the
If
winning
both parties
formula, and
want
the Lord is gonna be
want
marching
it to
down on the
happen,
top lane as well.
who
Still
knows?
pretty healthy, 80% health, 70% health bars available. They're gonna try and melt this down. Here comes the defense coming out. How much damage can they
Dang,
do?
1-1 pa to.
In the top and mid. Looks like not much at this point, but here comes the next wave as
Ow!
well. They're looking for an entry point. Here comes Demon Kite. He gets caught out. 2-man knockup as well. They take to the sky.
Sakit ng kari.
Easy takes away Demon Kite. The defense is working for the side of Aurora. Can they get more? They will successfully push them away, but no more deaths. They just trade out 1-for-1.
1-for-1, boss.
I think pretty much the overextension was just to see what the potential that AFCAP could do, but I'm loving the fact that they didn't actually overcommit.
Oh,
They
this is
pushed
still
back,
50-50.
and that's what is needed. At least pretty much they managed to actually do a lot of damage on the first race, but it was not
Yung
enough
FCAP
because
parang
defense-wise
waiting
of
game na sila
Aurora
eh, no?
was a great
Since,
composition to a point that
Snapdragon.
AFCAP could not do anything.
Yep, and you know, the benefit of this is they are able to survive, right? So Aurora, they need to start working around the map. Owen here, gonna use the power of nature for sure to walk away, make sure he has the MPCC properties as well.
Ayun na.
Okay.
Oh my
goodness. Steal.
No, he steals again.
Nice steal coming out
That's
from
it.
Kyle. Grabe.
Calpisi just
Nice steal,
popping out.
Kyle.
This
Antindi
is
mo, ah.
giving even more pressure for Team Aurora. If you let Calpisi just gets away with all of those farm, all of the buff,
I think Wolf
he
will be
indestructible,
focusing
and
on
Team Aurora,
coaching
they gotta be
because
aware of it.
if
They
you're a
gotta
coach,
be
you need to
cautious
win.
as
So
Calpisi is getting
you
more
might not see
powerful.
him.
Yep,
Cast.
just to give you a reference, right?
Siguro for a time.
Calpisi in the past 3 to 4 minutes.
Kailangan namang
has
iwan yung
taken
TNC, di ba?
3 buffs away from the side of Aurora.
Agree. Yeah, definitely. That's the struggle coming in from the side of Team Aurora. They're not buffing. They're not able to even farm. They've been stolen away, denied of every opportunity to at least raise up their levels as well as raising off their itemization. And now it's gonna give them a little bit struggle if they want to actually go in for the scrims.
Right, let's take a look at the growth other items as well. Sky Piercer along with the BOD Malefic Roar. We're looking at the last item to be built up for the side of Falcons AP Brent Calpisi. This will be the fight. Renegade falling a bit low. Tries to go in with the vengeance. A 2-man catch there by that penalty zone. In the meantime, Super Marco doing all the work, jumping in, gets another kill as well. Owen this time rewards himself. It's gonna be 4 deaths
Oh,
on the
boss.
side of Aurora. And Falcons
Is it a
AP
1-1,
Brand
bossing?
may have opened the doors into
Is it a
Aurora's
1-1?
base.
And not even that, they don't really even go in for the lore already. They're gonna go in straight to the base. They know for a
And
fact
double
that this is the
boss.
time to push in.
There's
Domi
one
is
hero
all alone.
left.
He will be stepping in, but he will be shut down instantly by Calpisi and making another fight for us.
Dang! 1-1, pare!
Alright, congratulations to Falcons.
Ow!
Shaky start, but that does not mean you have a shaky game. They will tie this series up 1-1.
Waiting on Liquid Echo, papi!
Great job coming in. I mean, the one.
Alright guys, let's...
game
I'm gonna
changer, the one
switch
that
the
actually
screen.
made
Wait
it
a
all
moment.
happen.
Ano to? Wait lang guys ha. Diyan lang kayo. Yan. Alright guys, it's 1-1. It's 1-1 bro. 1-1 papi. 1-1 bossing. Alright, dyan lang kayo guys ha. We'll be back. We'll be back for the next game. Nood lang kayo dyan. Okay? Yan. Okay, dyan lang kayo. Wait lang. Wait lang guys ha. Yan. Tapos add audio output. Capture.
I know for a fact
Yan.
that this
Diyan lang
fight,
kayo.
I
Ayusin ko
do
lang to.
agree,
Wait
a
lang.
shaky start. Definitely, there was a lot of back and forth, but it was a lot in the favor of Team Aurora at first. But
Naka-online
as time
setup lang din
progresses,
ata
I think
sila eh.
that, again, if you let Kaltizi get away with a lot of those buffs, that's when you know that AFCAP will definitely pop off. And if they continue
There you go.
off with the same momentum,
Alright.
it's going to be a good reverse sweep for themselves. If
Okay. Wait a moment. Wait lang guys ha. Ayusin ko lang to.
Now this bunny
There
is
you
not gonna
go.
hop, but we will hop into the items and how this game really went down, right?
Alright, let's go to the
first and
chat.
foremost, I think it was a good start for the side of Aurora. They had a couple of nice kills. They did control the map for a little bit, but they
Alright.
never actually
Okay na yung
shut
audio,
this
guys.
Super Marco down.
Is the
on
audio
the
good?
Carry. And when you don't shut a carry down, she is a
Okay na audio
late
natin?
monster. And like we said before,
Mga rekdi.
the heroes are pretty squishy, so it's almost an instant kill coming in from the carry every time she steps in.
Good audio na ba, bossing?
I mean, like, I was expecting more
Mga bossing.
coming in from the side of Aurora. I was expecting, I mean, because they
Okay
had
na,
Persona,
Elric, okay.
they had a possibility of shutting down every
Right, wait lang guys ha.
movement
Lilipat
that
ko yung
was put
Facebook
out.
dito.
But I think because of the fact that
Okay.
Cal TZ and even Ogren, he was
Alright, so
awesome.
it's
I think that
1-1.
he was stopping every movement.
This is
that
just a
was
best
done
of
by
3,
Team
okay?
Aurora to a point that they could not do anything.
Best of 3
No
lang,
matter
Lodi.
how much you try to CC away, they try to actually control
Best
the
of the
movement of
best.
Falcons to clump them up. In the end, they were just
Wait lang guys ha, wala kayong makikita. May
separated.
setup
They
lang
were
ako,
too
wait
far
lang.
apart to-
Yan, wait lang guys ha.
Forced to fight
Yan.
continually against few.
Perfect.
And now, Vexada has one of the fastest wave clears in this game.
Yan.
But when you bring her into
Diyan lang
a
kayo,
fight
huwag
when
kayong
she's
alis.
not ready, when she's not itemized for it,
Diyan lang.
it's a horrible situation.
Kaya nga alis, guys.
Falcons AP friend.
Diyan lang kayo guys. Huwag kayong alis.
Agree, definitely. And looking at the turret side, definitely we see Team Falcons had the
Yan.
better upper hand. They were the
Yan.
one who actually goes in for the objective, clears
Perfect.
every single corner to a point that
Yan.
Aurora could not do.
Huwag kayong alis ha.
Even when they try to
Diyan lang
actually
kayo.
go in for the swim, they still
Huwag
didn't
kayong
manage to
alis.
actually trade it
Yan.
off. The more you give
Oh, si
the
Kyle lang
power,
MVP pare.
the more that you are at a state of low potential of odds to fight it off with Team Falcon EP
And
Brand. He has
then
the
we will
MVP
add
with
an
501
video capture
PEA,
device.
participation 67%
There you go.
of GPM 840%.
Ba't di ako kita?
His itemization
Nagsasalita.
spells out Pain, Malefic Raw, BOD, Sky Piercer, Hunter Strike, and the Blade of Heptases, along with the tough boots
Yo.
as well. Kaltizi was
Perfect.
a true menace. Now let's take a look at his rotations around
Perfect.
the map. I mean, very focused, very standard, right?
Yan,
Let's go in,
perfect.
get the buffs, and then we go for an
Are we
invasion
good? We
on the
good? We
opposite
good,
flank
guys?
And try to get that advantage
We good.
by sealing the
Share our stream guys,
He
okay?
did not manage to steal much of the camps in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Please share our
And
stream.
in fact, I think I don't really remember that much, but I think
Alright.
he did get a couple of the neutral objectives as well
Okay
this
guys, so
time.
Agree, definitely. Yeah, I think during the
Please stand
first half,
by. Are
it's pretty
we,
much Cal
because we're
TZ was
waiting
just
for game
roaming
number
around
3.
on their own
So please
baseline,
stand
and it
by.
was actually right
Alright?
after that 5th minute. That's
I'm
when
gonna go
he
get
was
merienda.
doing a lot of the
Merienda time.
intrusion to the side of the
I'm just gonna go get
opponent side,
merienda, guys.
Aurora, always
Merienda time.
stealing away from Demon Kai to a
Alright?
point that and
Diyan lang kayo
that
ha, huwag
first
kayong
blood that was
alis.
taken out where
Baka
he
umalis
managed to
kayo.
shut down Domain, and that was the reason why Cal TZ
Sabihin
had
nyo
the
lang pag
upper hand
inaway
on this
kayo.
side.
I like the fact that you use intrusion
Chat lang
because he
kayo pag inaway kayo,
really
guys.
was an intruder at this point. And the worst part was, Aurora was
Chat
like,
lang
hey,
kayo.
intruder alert, but they couldn't do anything. Right? So security measures not that good for this Aurora, a little too squishy
Wala, ba't
for our
wala?
case. And this is where it all went down. First
Kaya lang,
blood
ha?
going into the hands of Kaltizi.
Sinabi
They
niya.
didn't have the best start, even though they got their first blood, right? Aurora was hanging on. But right around the mid-game, that was all they could do. They could only just hang on. And I really love, the wild charges as well as the penalty.
Chat lang kayo pag inaway kayo ha. Diyan lang kayo. Okay?
Really
Good, good, good.
go crazy and find
Standby lang
the
tayo,
correct
standby.
targets on the side of Aurora.
Stand by.
Agree, definitely. I think great gameplay, great formation wise. I think the positioning, that's the reason. Again, we talked about how Aurora was struggling to pick off all those fights to a point that if they wanted to actually count out Falcon, they deny it. They literally counter it off. So I think we're gonna actually go in straight to Aurora's
Hello,
videos.
I'm
So
Demon
let's
Kai,
give it
jungler
away.
of
Here
Aurora
there.
MLBB.
I'm Renny J. I'm the captain of Aurora MLBB.
I'm Edward J. Dapadap, and I'm the explainer of Aurora. And I will show you my top 3 songs on my Spotify and my top 3 emojis and the last 3 photos in my gallery. The first one is Thunder by Boys Like Girls. And my top 2 is Always Remember Us This Way by Lady Gaga. And my top 3 is Everglow by Coldplay.
And yan ang una kong song na favorite is yung Changes by Justin Bieber. And my second one
Okay, let's go,
is
let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go,
Easy
let's go,
by
let's go,
Justin
let's go,
Bieber.
go, 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 go.
And my third one is Purpose by Justin Bieber.
Billie Eilish, Birds of the Feather, and Cherry on Top by Beanie, and Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter.
My 3 photos is like selfie.
First picture is the picture of my daughter. The second one is the
Ay,
it's a
cute.
picture.
Cute naman ang daughter niya, no?
My number 3 was a picture of the road here in Kazakhstan. The first one is our hotel room, and the second one is the hallway of our hotel, and the last one is the waiting area.
Laughing, smile, and sad, and heart.
Smiley face, sad face, and angry.
Diyan lang kayo, guys.
That's it. It's fine. Devil face. That's my
Mahina
number.
audio, mahina.
And my number 2 is
Seryoso ba?
the face palm.
Yeah.
And then my number 3 is the laughing emoji.
Nalasan ko na yung audio. Okay, good na tayo, boss. Diyan lang kayo, mga bossing. Wala na talaga silang audio, boss. Wala talagang audio stream.
Okay, that was a lovely interview. Really like the baby photo. It was so cute, right? But of course, now is not the
Alright,
time
let's
for
go.
cuteness. It is time for savagery as we go into the decider game between Aurora Gaming as well as Falcons
Aurora
AP
Gaming.
brand. This will decide their tournament life.
Agree. And the fact that whoever steps in, whoever actually able to actually go into the upper bracket, they will actually meet off with Team Liquid on the other side of the
Team
upper bracket.
Liquid.
We already have our first contender, which is Mad Bulls,
Right.
meeting off with Team Spirit.
Okay, we good,
Their
we good.
grand
Grabe.
finals rematch of
Tindi
what
ng
has
caster.
happened on the Rise of the Legends.
Tindi
And now
ng caster, parang
we
galing.
need another one to actually
Are we
contest
good?
to
We
fight
good?
off
We
with
good,
Team
boss?
Liquid on the
Share your
other
stream, boss.
upper bracket. And it could be Falcon right now, because we see so far Falcon has a really good comeback. But at the same time, the start of the game, it was Aurora who managed to actually have a really good contest. A lot of composure was construct, and they even had the most domination started out on that first match 3. But Kin, Your thoughts coming in onto the last series of this best
Final
of 3?
series.
I think regardless of
Best
who
of
the
3.
winners are, right? Both teams have a point to pick with Team Liquid nonetheless.
Ano to?
So it's going to be an exciting game. I mean, at this point, yes, I will root for whoever wins. But yes, I'm going to go with the camp still of Aurora, right? So I'm going to ask you once again, are you going to change camps or go to, come over to the side of Aurora?
Just like you said,
Ayos ba
this
yun,
bunny is
Paco?
not gonna hop anywhere. I'm gonna stay here, wait
Sino
it
the
off,
night
and
run?
hopefully
Yes,
that
Eugene.
AFCAP will prove us that that championship that they got recently is not a fluke. It's not the fact that they are tired. They still have that momentum. Carry on here for the Supernova tournament.
That's what
Shout
I like
out kay
to hear.
Rael.
That's the
Yael
tenacity
Rice.
and the grit that we expect
Yeah,
of
Yael,
both
shout out
teams
sa'yo.
for sure as they head off into this final game of the series. Now, I think if they can fix the problems, at this point, it really is, can you understand what your opponent is trying to do? And once you do, how to mess up their strategies, how to mess up
let's
the
go.
plays. And it looks like that's the story of the game between Game 1 and Game 2 as well.
Agree, definitely. I mean, like going back to the drafting wise, we've talked about how Kyle TZ, you don't want to mess around with him. The moment that he has that upper hand, he has that lead, you give him the buff, you give him the kills, that's when he will have the most power to actually shut you down, and he can actually pick you off. And we've seen him
Nasa mali.
not just using Hayabusa, we
Always
saw
on the
him
wrong
using
side,
Fanny
si
as
Kuya
well,
Shin.
and he's not to be messed around, and that's something that Aurora will definitely try to respond on this next match.
Yeah, so one of the things that I would like to take a stab at is whether they will allow the Moskov into this match, or will they allow the carry into this match, right? Or will they keep it honest and have the Haref against Roger traditional matchup in the goal lane as well?
Oh, interesting. We've seen that already so far. I think we've also saw it yesterday between Harith as well as Roger, and that potential between that fight can actually happen here for the drafting. But again, the one thing for sure, I feel like they keep on try to actually have the best baseline, and this is coming from the
let's go,
side
red
of
side.
Falcons. But Aurora's side, they know it was a little bit
F-Cup is
too
red side, so
burst out to a point that they didn't have that tankiness. They
They ban
expected
out
Barracks
Hayabusa
can
right now
cover
for
it up, but
Aurora.
in the end, it was not
Hayabusa
enough. So this is
ban.
something that Aurora has to put in measure.
Funny.
Right,
Ayaw
everything down to the wire
Will
here, the
giveaway the
last
alpha
game
ulit.
to decide their
Yung
tournament
Zaz, pwede
life.
kunin.
Let's see how
So
this
chip
goes
ban,
out.
Mati.
Aurora will ban out the
Si
Fanny.
Panda Zaz, they
Falcons
ban the
AP brand
Zushin.
takes out the chip. Very standard ban so far.
Zushin
Definitely,
or
we know for a fact that nobody likes Chip.
Or
They don't
Zaz.
want to actually have that Fanny fall out into Kalti's.
Zusin or Zaz.
Still gonna be able to give an
Ban
opportunity
Aurora.
for Busa as well. So
O kaya
that could
Julian
be the
muna,
second
Julian
pick for them.
Trono.
That could be a second ban for themselves. Other than that, they might actually also ban out
Zaz.
Zaz.
So yung ban Zushin
Okay.
again.
Yep, like it.
For Bren,
Few was having a world of a time with
Tama
this
ba,
Zaz
Bren?
pick as well. I think it's smart of Aurora to
Zaz
ban
na
it.
ba
There's a
yan?
reason why he's in the current meta. Likewise, Falcons
Zaz
AP
ban,
brand,
boss.
maybe they want to take out someone that was of huge importance to the side of Aurora. This could be in the form of the goal lane. I think they should target Domain here, which means the Moskov not going to be in the picture for this
Ayaw
game.
nila kay Doming. Grabe,
Okay, so
galing kasi ni
Mossov
Doming.
again out from the picture
Good
for our
ban yun.
banning,
Sobrang gandang
and I feel like this is also
Super
another
gandang ban
assassin that they want to actually take it out from the hands of Falcons AP brand,
Super gandang ban,
unless
Moskov.
they have another thing that they actually
So do you ban
focus
the
more, because
Zushin
they know
for
for a
Bren,
fact
or
that
do you give it
Owen was
away?
also a little bit struggle.
nagsusushin,
I saw that they
tinatay
did
Aurora
ban out Grok previous on the first draft. So again, it's either whether or not they want to actually
Unahan
shut
natin
down
yung
the
English.
assassin first of all, or they want to actually
Sige.
take down as much of defense or the backline that has been put out
Alright,
by
Julian.
Falcons. But
So
it's going to
you
be
ban-
Julian is the
Do you
one
ban
that
the
Aurora
Zushin?
picks out.
Yep, like that ban as well. Julian
Ling na
offers a
lang.
lot of
So, bigay
mobility.
Zushin.
He also offers a lot of damage. Now, Falcons AP brand gonna return in kind to take away
Roger,
the lane.
first pick,
We've really
Aurora,
seen,
pwede.
the wall walker, as we all call her, very hard to play against because she's really hard to catch. And in most cases, most teams
Bigay
take up the
Roger.
Roger to deal with her, as he's able to burst and
Favorite
chase her
ni
down with
Doming
the
yung
like
Moscow
as well.
ML kaya?
Okay, so far, right now, both teams of Falcons as well as Aurora, they have the same idea. They want to make sure that mobility-wise is not in the picture. They want to make sure that at least those are the things that they want to actually shut down. But Yue picking up Jushin right off the bat, and this is going to be interesting. And even Hayabusa has been picked out as well as Harith. Oh, I'm loving Aurora first of all, but then once I push into Falcon AP brands, oh, this is going to be even interesting to put out for the
Kailangan nyo na mag-ano
I was
dito,
gonna say, isn't the
Minotaur.
game just over when you have the 2-seed on your hands? But yes,
Terisla.
smart picks from Falcons AP brand.
Yeah.
They definitely counter this 2-seed pick onto
I think
Yue.
Terisla for
Wow.
Aurora.
Okay. I mean, you have UA, you have that lantern to pick out one after another, but here's the thing. Kyle TZ with that Hayabusa. You think
Terisla,
that's gonna
boss.
actually be the ultimatum where UA, even though you
Terisla,
might be able
bossing.
to catch up your players, but Kyle TZ can be slippery.
Terisla or
It's not gonna
Kupra,
be easy.
tama,
And you have
pwede.
Super Marco
Kupra
with
to
Harith
counter
in
the
the
Harith,
line as well,
bossing.
giving a lot of
Or
pressure. This is
Kaja.
something that even Aurora gotta pick
Alpa,
up, something that
ninakaw.
can actually counter. I mean, it seems that they're gonna actually pick up.
Oh,
How
bakit?
do you see Ogwen picking off the Grok yet again?
Terisla
This is
na
it.
to.
This is the part where we talked
Ay,
about
hindi,
how
may-
Falcon
wala din.
AP brands. You have Ogwen on the back line, giving a lot of stopping
Luyi,
for
Luyi
each
mid.
movement that you put out from Aurora side. That's gonna be a
Or ano,
difficulty
yung may
for them
cross.
to actually counter
May
it off.
crossbite.
And I'm loving the Falcons not only
Aurora,
bringing back
may crossbite.
Grok, they as well have
Go for the
Hayabusa
crossbite,
and
bro.
Harith on the line. I'm feeling much more positive as well as confident
1-0
on
lang
Falcons
ako,
drafting.
Well, I'm gonna have to agree with you at this point. Right now, it's gonna be a secondary ban onto the
Minotaur ban or
Minotaur,
Kaja ban
right?
na to.
Just diminishing
Ay,
a
hindi.
lot of the tank potential coming in from Aurora. Once again, very squishy heroes.
Terisla ban,
They need
pwede
a
pa.
little bit of protection
Pati or
coming in,
Edith. Parang
right?
Edith
So
ban
you
ka
can
na lang.
choose: do we fight fire with fire, or do we go more
Parang
defensive?
Edith ban ka
At
na
this
lang,
point, that's a
F-tap.
question that Aurora has to answer.
Agree, definitely. I mean, like, some
Sorry,
of
guys,
the
hindi ko napanood
potential
yung
they will be able to have right
ko
here
napanood
for
eh.
the tankiness. They need to have at least a sturdy back line. And here for the bans, I think they will try to actually ban out any more of damage coming in
Feeling
from
ko
Falcons.
Terisla or
There could be a
Edith ban ka dito
possibility
sa
of
F-tap.
banning
Or Kaja.
of glue.
Galing
Oh,
glue
okay,
ban.
glue coming in from Aurora side.
Yeah, glue is a good ban, yeah, because that would have access into any of the different members
Naka-Arlot
after
din
he
kasi
gets
si Rene J,
split
dami
off.
hero.
At the same time, he's able to pull them back into the lineup of Falcons AP brand. So I like that. It's a smart ban. But this
Grabe,
also
parang
opens up the
nagsilipatan
doors.
lang
The
kayo
window
dito,
is still
ah.
open for the side of Falcons AP brand.
O yun,
I'm
Edith
really
ban. O,
worried
ayos ba?
about a Fairness
So,
pick
Edith
here,
ban.
because that would destroy them. The Nether Realm gives them too much time to play
So, what are
around
your ban
with
for
the pictures onto
Aurora?
the side of Aurora.
Tatanggalin mo ba yung Terisla?
Okay, Edith
Kukunin
been
nyo?
taken out as well. See, a lot of the
Pwede pa sila
Falcons
mag-Barons?
giving bans off is actually
dami hero.
taking away a lot of the tankiness option to Aurora, and the fact that Aurora is in a nick
May
right now,
Arlot din
in a
eh.
nick of pick right now to actually put out their options for the tankiness. This is something they need to actually
Sumilip
figure
sa
out.
ID,
The
no?
last ban coming up soon. I feel like another hero to be put out. They want to make sure
1-1
that
is
at
the standing,
least they will be
Mr.
toning down all of the damage
Ako to,
coming
si
in from
Natoy.
Falcons.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, I was gonna talk about this. The Arla is actually a very dangerous
Arlot
pick because with the
ban.
vengeance,
Open
he's able to deal
Terisla.
with the backlines.
Kaso
He can
si Shred lang
potentially
din
catch
ng
out
Alpha.
Domain even if he uses the BMI. Right, and with the
Unless
final
Gera,
slash, it sets
Gera
up the
time.
perfect fight for Ogun to take advantage of the wild charge.
Terisla na.
And
Ninakaw.
even at this point, for
Anong
Flex,
hero ni
he's going
Edward?
with the
Barat
penalty
ka ba
zone as
dito,
well.
boss?
Really smart
Papakits.
picks from the side of Falcons AB brand. And
Lapo.
you know, likewise, Aurora, very good bands.
Lapo na ba to, boss?
Very good bans, but now they have to have
Wala
the
silang
right picks
Cinco
for the
tsaka
heroes because
XP eh.
somehow
Cho.
Falcons AP brands looking even
Or Angela
more
ulit.
sturdy on
Gana
all
pa ba
of the
Cinco,
heroes that they've
Angela?
done. I mean, again, they need to find one tank that can actually have a good structure to
Kasi may
shut
Claude eh.
down all the movements, especially the fact that Flap TZ and Ogwin, they can actually clump them up, making sure that they can actually shut down any potential catch coming in from UA as well as Demon Kite, and
Parang
this is going to be
Angela
a
eh.
little bit struggle for the side of
Oh,
Aurora.
Cho,
Gonna be
ayos ba yun,
Cho
guys?
as well as Cyborg,
Ayos ba?
Xbox coming
Laban,
in
thank you.
for the side of Aurora for the pick.
Yep, X-Ball, the Cyborg here, he is going to provide a lot of value for the lineup of Aurora.
Ako lang
Likewise,
sa
Renegade
FK, pero
on this
ni-
Gong Cho, going to be very important because with his way of
Need.
the dragon, he's going to be able to secure pickoffs for the
Luyi.
team, and that's going to be very valuable,
Lilia na.
especially in the early stages of the game. Now, Falcons AP Brent, let's
Hindi,
take a look
Aurora
at
yan,
what they
Aurora.
have as the
May
final
Bex
pick.
pa.
They're still missing
Aurora
their mid
Bex.
laner at this point.
Safe ang Bex, feeling ko.
Laner. Are they actually
Para patay agad yung Claude.
pick another
Nasa feeling ko, Aurora na lang para
side
mas masaya.
of...
Lilia!
Lilia. I was expecting Vexana if they
Alright, let's
wanted
go, guys.
to surprise us, okay, right?
Game
but then
number
it
3.
ended up they actually picked up Lilia instead for the
An
mid lane.
elimination game
Okay,
for
simply because Black Boots
Aurora
is a very
and
valuable
FCAP.
tool here, right? Lilia will be able to get the shot
Whoever
waves
wins
down,
will
get
face
the
off
burst
against,
in. So
Team Liquid.
even before the fight starts, Aurora will be at a disadvantage
And
already.
whoever-
So I like the way the
whoever
AP
loses
Brand is
will,
thinking,
go
and
home.
I have to be honest
Go
about
back to
it.
the
While I
airport.
have support for Aurora, this draft
Go,
looks
Bati.
a lot stronger on the side of Falcons AP Brand.
Let's see, because
Alright,
again,
guys, let's
it's
go.
all about the ideas of the draft. The drafting wise, yes, we see that it has the most
Go ahead
potential
and
coming
check
in
the
from
pinned
Falcons
comments
brands, but
and
it was also set
video caption in
from
YouTube,
the
pinned
previous
comment on Facebook.
matchup as well. Once we see that there's a possibility
And,
maybe
use
Aurora
the
will
code
be able to actually
SuperNova.
slow things down, be able
Let's
to
go,
actually
bro!
shut down any movement coming in. The only one again that they need to be able to actually give or shut down any
Take the
process
first
or
step,
even
use the
buffing
promo
up, it has
code
to be
SuperNova
Caltizi,
and get up to
especially
100%
Super Marco
bonus
to
on your
be
first
very
deposit.
aware of.
Esports
Yeah,
is
right
in
off
your
the bat,
pocket.
both junglers
Download
gonna
the
work
mobile
on their
app by
respective spots.
1xbet.
Purple for the side of
Either way you
Caltizi,
win, take
orange
part
for the
in
side
the
of Demon
esports
Kite, and of course Caltizi.
era promotion.
Catches eyes on Renegade. Oh, maybe taking a little too much. He leaves with a sliver
Nawala.
of health. Renegade
Sorry, practice
does get
lang.
information
Practice.
for the
Nag-ulti
team,
Elcourt.
and it's
Kalma lang
working
kayo,
out
guys.
well thus far.
Ayun na.
Okay, a little
Nag-
bit too
nag-ult na si
overextension,
Elcourt.
too risky for my taste, but it's okay. At least pretty much that's
Nag-ult
what
na si
Aurora
Elcourt.
needs. Aurora wants to get that input. At least they can actually have it off. And we do see that
Practice na,
Elgwin
practice.
messing around here with Aurora. Not to worry much because Aurora still be able
Practice
to
na,
actually
practice.
take it out. Even Yue just pushing away Elgwin from their own side.
Hanggang yung camera na.
Yeah, so you definitely see the benefits of having this choosing here. The Lantern Flare gonna be very irritating against Ogwen. Now, this is not the first time Ogwen experienced this. He as well had a difficult game against IHC. Now, Yue, can he make the play? Because without this catch, it's gonna be really difficult.
Okay, even Yue try to
Sana,
actually
boss.
pull few from that mid, and seems that he's gonna do the same thing. Gonna push in straight to give Renegade the first blood for the
Nice
team
hit
of Aurora. But at the
Yeah,
same
but the
time,
punish.
they are
Punish.
no. Oh, the
Ah,
pull through coming in from
X-Board
Caltizi will be able to trade it off.
Hirap pumasok ng
Yeah,
Aurora.
so
dito.
a perfect trade for the side of Falcons AP. Brent,
Kailangan
it
si
is
Renegade.
important and really well done
Let's
that
see.
they actually filter the kill into Caltizi. Once again, he gets a good start. So will Falcons AP Brent be able to capitalize off of this lead that they have gotten for Caltizi?
Parang hirap
Let's
pumatay.
see.
Maghihintay na naman
So
yung
far,
Bren.
gonna actually try to split push
Yung
again.
Bren,
We
ano
do
yun,
see
no?
that
Yung tie gamers
Renegade
na sila.
just
Oh.
pushing a little bit. The overextension will
Patay.
be definitely punished by
Yan, napapansin ko
Caltizi
sa
for
Bren,
that.
yung tie
At the same
gamers.
time, we do see Demon Kite trying to actually get for the turtle, but they managed to actually move it away before being stolen by AFCAP. So that's going to give at least another trade or even a buffed up for the team of Aurora. Despite, no matter what, Falcons still in the lead with 100 gold.
Hintay gamers na yung Bren.
Yep, so
Hintay lang
Falcons
nila
AP
magkamali
Brent,
si
they did
Renegade.
lose the turtle.
Di naman
Now
magkakamali
Aurora
yan,
will have the
magaling
lead.
yan.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the way of the dragon. Demon Kite gets the kill. A
will just
three-man
wait for him
combination to get the big
make a
rock out of the
mistake.
place. And this is going
Or
to be
maybe
2
commit an
for
error.
2 now. Falcons AP Brent
Then punish.
lose the lead.
Okay, so far, start of the game, both of the teams
Spanish
are
gamers.
doing well. Early of the game, we see a lot of balanced fight for each of the players because the fact is, they have the
Hindi.
potential. They managed to actually
Pero
pick
feeling mo,
one
Ogo.
after another, and we do see Domain going in for a fight with Marco just a little bit. Caltizi on the hook, try to actually back it up, but it's going to be Renegade who actually
Swipe.
make it off. Impossible to back this up, but at the same time, Renegade will be taken out by Olgwin and leaving only few more plays to go. But Super Marco right in the scene here and try to actually take off Olgwin in the process will be denied instantly, but AFCAP managed to screw away with that one trade.
Sa 1-1 eh.
Perfect save. Can they get more at this point? Doesn't look too good for the side of
Tanggalan to,
Aurora.
guys.
They
Tanggalan.
managed to make some plays, but it is still Falcons AP Brent who recover from all of the damage that has been done on the health bars. Once again, Ogwen using the power of nature to just walk out scot-free.
So far, looking good for AFCAP as well. I mean, it could go either way side. I mean, if they actually
So where's
overextend,
the win
overcommit
condition?
to a point that Super Marco will spot out,
Aurora
they
can,
could have
do
actually
a
have
pick-off.
another side to
But,
at
it
least
will depend
getting
on,
the trades off or the
Renegade.
kills. But somehow right here, Kaltizi is already waiting. Renegade moves back
Mahuli niya lang si
due to the fact that it
Marco
was
lang.
too much to bear. So
Pero
now
may
Aurora
purify
stepping away from any casualty.
Okay,
Medyo
so both
mahirap
junglers,
yan.
they have the first
As-
few power spikes in
as long
terms
as,
of
there's the
itemization.
purify, it's
Right now,
going to
this
be
is going to
on.
be the second turtle of the
Renegade.
game. Aurora and Falcons AP Brand, they are
Unless
neck
it's
and neck
super
at
good.
this point in gold and EXP.
Haha, hindi ko kamag-anak,
Demon Kite will be the
pero
one
kung gusto mo, go.
Try to actually get the
Si Arnold
turtle
Cap.
UA. Try to shoo away AFCAP, but Ogwen, try to actually go in. It's too late. Aurora still gets the turtle in their hands.
Oh my god.
Yup, but
Okay.
Doming might
Oh
not
my
share the
God.
same fate. Renegade tries to go in
Sipa,
for the
buhay.
kill, but the turret does not focus on Kaltizi. They will not
The
get the
Vapor
kill.
is
Now, Demon
sinking,
Kite
Papi.
did not use his retribution. Smart move, he's going to be able to secure his
Ako na
purple
Toy,
buff away
galing
from
ako sa
Kaltizi.
photo
No
shoot.
steals
Gusto ko
available.
lang sabihin.
Nicely done coming in from Team Aurora, but trades coming in from Kaltizi, and now
Okay
moving on
lang yan,
from mid.
boss, ah.
Ogwen just close enough to be taken out, but Kaltizi comes through as they try to go in for a fight. Ogwen been picked up again, and
Yun lang, Yue.
Demon Kite pushing in with Yue, making sure that
Sakit
they
na
will be
alpa
able
eh,
to
no?
take down Ogwen yet again.
This Lady of Petals, definitely a petal of menace
Kuya,
at this point.
haha, wag ka
Falcons
mag-spam,
AP
boss.
Owen continually
Nababasa
being
namin
caught
lahat,
out,
wag ka mag-spam.
unable to really use his
Hindi ko
ultimates to
kamag-anak,
save
pero
his
kung
life
gusto
as
mo,
well.
go
Had
lang.
to commit the flicker
Wag ka lang
back
mag-spam.
earlier, and that's why he got taken out. But here we go,
Para hindi ka
Kaltizi jumping onto Edward. Will
mabad-
burst
para di
out
mabadbit
the
sa
Faraga
mga
armor? No,
audience.
not even the Faraga armor is at risk here.
Demon Kite
Sa pa,
anyway,
boss,
coming
para
in for a
ban.
fight with Super Marco and Ogwen as well. Now they're not able to actually defend the first turret, but it's at the same process. We
Ban
do
mo na
see
yan
that
si
Kaltizi
Arnold.
will return the favor as well on that bot lane.
Oh, they catch them out. Super Marco will
Yeah,
go
okay
in
lang.
instead for the return kill. Renegade needs to run for his life. In the meantime, Blazing Duets lay down the rock and caught, and he is
Lamang.
taken out in an instant.
Grabe
Renegade
si Doming,
flickers
pa.
out. They're still
Yan na,
looking
ubos
for
na
more.
sila.
Demon Kite, can they get the kill? They will do so. So Falcons AP Brand, they trade a 1-for-1. And it is Falcons AP Brand who is looking like they are a little bit stronger at this stage of the game.
There's a little bit, just a little bit, but at the same process, we do see right here Edward
Just
coming in
a
again
little
to
bit.
fight off with Kaltizi. Not enough to actually shut down. There was
Babalik
a
ka pa
lot
ba
of
ng
attempts
PBA?
coming in from Kaltizi, but Yue right here gonna catch off against Kaltizi with Renegade also pulling through. And they're
Ay!
gonna get up against Kaltizi, shutting him down
Sakit
instantly,
ni
giving
Yue.
the trade back to Aurora.
Yep, Aurora wants me to keep supporting them. Every single time I mention the AP Brand is taking a lead, they take it away.
They hear it. It's
They have a
like,
lot
no,
of,
don't give up on
firepower
me.
through
We still
damage.
have the hope. But now, coming in, takes
Lasa
off
through
Ogwen first of all.
damage.
Try to catch him, but he managed to
The
move away.
last
And
insanity
as
through
we see,
damage.
Demon Kite managed to take
So,
that
lot of
turtle
DPS
back
plus the
into
through
Aurora
damage.
with every single
They
step
can
away.
definitely pick
AFCAP
off.
could not do
The
anything.
problem
Yes,
is
they
that
might be able to
Ren is
win
always
those,
ready. They have the
those kills. They
Purify.
might be able to trade
Hindi
off those
magpapakita si
kills. But at the
Kyle.
same
Few has a
time,
Purify
Aurora
also.
still in the lead with the fact that the goals is in their hands.
Yep, Yue working
Hindi
really
nakagawa.
hard to be the
Bayan,
MVP of this
bago.
game here. Oh, nice catch once again. Cat's caught. Oh, Baptiste misses the ultimate. And that's going to be horrendous for the side of Falcons AP Brand. They don't have a lot of resources left.
Ba't nagbago,
Oh,
guys?
that was too close. That was really too close coming in from AFCAP and Yue. Oh, this is the part where we see that Yue is just having a fun time tagging off,
Nagang ako.
catching off every single player of AFCAP and
Ito na,
having them struggle
palit na ako
to
ng camera.
split them out, to actually
Tatanggal
separate
na eh.
from the team, and that's what making it so difficult for AFCAP to
Nice
actually
ba?
capture Team Aurora or even gang up against them. Coming
Nice
in
ba, boss?
into the mid lane is going to be a scream again.
Conceal
Patay.
going to be trying to find that wave. The dragon will not hit the mark thus far.
Wala
And
English
Yue
or
looking for the
naka-Spanish?
lantern flare. Looking for the pickup
it's
once
in
again.
Spanish.
But it is going to be pushed away and dismissed by the side of Falcons AP Brand. Now Yue, he just needs to look for one. He may be looking onto Ogwen, right? He's the easiest one to catch. But in the meantime, map control still pretty much even for both sides.
Kaya nila to.
5-5.
May hulog Aurora dito late game.
247
Claude-
kills to
Claude-
24.
Claude yun
I
eh.
mean, still Aurora has the better upper hand, but now pushing in straight for the
50-50
mid screen.
Claude tsaka
Somehow
Harit
they're
eh.
trying to find an opening though. We got Yue trying to actually catch one, but doesn't spot anyone at all,
Nagdala-
as
boss.
AFCAP is a little bit too slippery
Salted
at the
butter,
moment, and
Wag lang
it
kayo
seems that
mag-spam, guys,
things
ah.
are slowing down
Wag na
and
kayo
a little bit peaceful
nababasa
right here for
naman
the
yan.
Land of Dawn.
Para
Yeah,
di
they don't wanna
mabadtrip sa inyo yung mga
overcommit, right?
nanonood.
Because
Para
they're
Yeah.
going
makachat
to be
din
spawning
sila.
in the next 10 seconds or so. Now, both teams, they have all of their battle spells, all of their skills as well. So they want to make sure. This is the most even fight at this point of the
What-
game. They
ano
don't
maganda
want to
panlaban,
give away
Sojin?
unnecessary
Mga
disadvantages.
pumapasok. I think.
Agree, definitely. And
Mga
we do see that
Kaya siyang
some
harapan.
of the farm, the buff that's been done, we still
choose
waiting
one,
for
choose
Kaltizi
abang.
to actually
Choose action.
stuck it out, and it seems that
Choose
a
one,
split push has
exit
been
out.
done here, despite that they're
May
quite
action
busy
na.
here at mid lane. It's gonna be Kaltizi who actually tees it off right at the
Ayun
top,
na,
and as
yun lang,
process right here, Yue
Ayun
didn't
na,
manage
may
to catch up
lasting
anyone.
sanity
He will be
kasi.
denied instantly by the same time. Flattizi, a little bit
Ah,
overextension, will be
Edward.
denied instantly by Edward, taking him down.
May
Yep,
lasting
so the
sanity.
roam mistake for Renegade as well as the EXP mistake for Flapteasy is not looking good for either team here. They are
Kaso
one
ang
man
problema
down
nila
each,
dito
but
yung
Super
ano,
Marco takes a tower, goes in for
Few
Edward.
got this.
Will not be able to get the kill, but this is the
Few for
perfect
sure
positioning
got
for
this.
Falcons AP Brent because Kalkizi going to be working hard on the top T1. In the meantime, Ogwin going to make sure that the Lord will not be disturbed by Demon Kite.
Okay, looking good so far. I mean, I'm loving the fact that despite that Team Aurora was investing so much on mid lane, they were just quite preoccupied. Kaltizi was doing his own business. He was just frolicking around on his own, trying to actually damage the turret, making sure that it's going to be cover up most of the objective for the side of Team Falcon. But here, going to actually contest for the turtle. It's going to be Renegade who push off to Flapteasy. A lot of damage been done, but Flapteasy still surviving though. But Xbox, unfortunately, he will be denied instantly, and Flapteasy the one who falters to the ground.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage coming down. It looks like Falcons AP Brand has found their stride.
Yeah,
They will be
sorted
looking for the
butter,
kills.
babalik
Yue with the
na
lantern
boss,
flare trying to catch out the backlines as well. Will not be able to do so. No, in his death domain. Forces out the black boots, but it might not be enough here. Yue falling below. Kaltizi comes out of the backlines, takes out domain, and this is 4 members of Falcons AP Brand still alive, leaving just Demon Kite and Yue to fend for their own lives as they work on the Lord for the side of ASCAP.
3-1. That was a beautiful trade. Giving it back again to the side of Team Falcons despite it was
Lakas ni Super
great
Makmak, ah.
that Kaltizi just in a nick of time coming
Super
in for a
Makmak na
fight
ba
and
pangalan
shutting
niya?
down. Lord has already been taken, and this is going to give even more advantage to Team AFCAP. Demon Kite
Shout out
will
to
be
our
denied
viewers.
of,
Shout out to you guys.
Been stolen
Viewers
off
on,
that
Facebook and YouTube.
buff. Not to worry. Still have the potential to at least farm it up. But here comes the Lord marching straight into the mid. And as we see, Aurora trying to find a way to make sure that at least they cover up both sides of mid as well as bot.
The first
Shout out,
Lord of the game. Now, Domain does
Jiman
not have
Angelo
purified, so he's going to be in a
Makalma.
sticky situation here going into the fight. Now, Falcons
Yeah,
AP
I
Brand
know.
looks like they are making good work with
Usap
the
kami
advantage
naman-
they
usap
have.
naman
Going to use
kami
the Guardian's
minsan.
Barrier to try and block off any defense coming in, but Lord's going to be melted down. In the meantime, Super Marco working hard to chunk down as much health on the T-trees on the bot lane as hard as he can.
Okay. I mean, the hesitation coming in from the side of AFCAP is giving a lot of defense
Hirap
motion
lineup
for
ng
the side
Aurora
of Team
dito
Aurora.
ngayon.
They didn't push in, they didn't go in for
Laban
the
kasi yung
overextension,
Teresa,
so
laban yung
there's still a
Midit eh.
chance
So,
for Team Aurora to actually defend it up. But here, they're gonna actually
Options
commit,
of entry
invest all of
medyo
it
here.
right on the mid.
Kasi
Yep,
it's
Demon Kite
really
falling a bit low,
one-dimensional.
and Kaltizi jumps
It's just a
in.
choke.
Even with the BMI, does not save his life. It's going to
Hindi
be a
papasok tong
4v5.
headcap eh.
They are in a tough
Hintayin nilang
situation
pumasok
here
yung
with the
Aurora,
joint
then
of Ogwen. They're
latag
caught
ng
between a
Zaman
rock
Force.
and a hard place, literally, because now
May
mid lane
chemistry
gonna be
naman
pushing
for
in the
me.
next
I
lane,
think
but he's
hirap lang
moving
yung science
down.
ng lineup.
Edward, Yue,
Sa last
Demon
game.
Kite, Renegade, what can they do? There's still plenty of options for the side. Conceal play, going in for Edward as well. They're gonna burn out the Faraga armor. Here we go. Few gets caught out.
Parang
Demon
tapos
Kite
ah,
jumps
parang
into the
pinasarap
Scale
na yung
Alpha.
game mo na.
Meantime, Kaltizi making things really difficult. The base is a Baron. Falcons AP Brand have gotten what they came for, and they walk out 6,000 gold richer than Aurora.
Wow. I mean, the crucial point that we have to salute is the fact that Kaltizi taking down Domain. He literally picked him out, goes into the baseline, and
Grabe, no?
making sure that Domain will not be there to back things off. And that was the reason why Aurora doesn't have all the
Aurora
necessity to actually
Boulevard.
burst out to shut down all of the damage been put out by AFCAP.
Aurora
and even more so
Boulevard,
despite
boss.
the fact that Team AFCAP, you know that you can actually go in for the structural downfall of all of the turrets, giving an opening door for the side of Team Falcon to go into the baseline. And Team Aurora, despite the defense, they are still struggling, but they still manage to pull through. But the overextension does not need, because the fact is Team Falcon is either they actually waited up for the Lord, and in the meantime, they're giving Carl TZ the opportunity to just buff up even more further line.
Yep. You know, with the basic lore, they already lost their 3 lanes of turrets. Now with the next one, it's going to be an enhanced lord. It is time to see if Aurora have what it takes to, you know, fend off Falcons AP brand and look for the opening to turn this game around.
Agree, definitely. So far right now, it's not looking so good, and it seems that they will try. They even try to go in to stop their attempt to go in for the Lord. But at the same time, right here, it's going to be Demon Kite, who will actually be taken out by Super Marco at the surface. Domeng as well as Edward being taken off right this instant. Domeng trying to survive it out, as we see Edward also being taken off by Ogwen, and leaving only 3 more players to go to fend for themselves. And Team APCAP is not done. They shut it down. Edward as well. Will be pointed out by Super Marco to be taken out. It's going to be Yue all alone to fend for himself, but unfortunately the kill has already been done. The win has already been taken. It's going to be Falcon who goes into the upper deck while we say goodbye to Team Aurora Game.
Yeah, Falcons AP brand, they soar to the skies. They make it into the winners
to Falcons
bracket.
AP brand. GG, well played. Aurora.
So
a
tanggal
2-1
Aurora.
victory. Go ahead. Handshakes all around.
GG Aurora,
Sportsmanship
FCAP versus
on
Liquid mamaya.
the SuperNova stage. A successful
marker.
debut. but they cut
Calendars.
short
Actually,
here
hindi.
and have played their
Set your
last match in
alarms.
the playoffs.
Guys, set
Alright,
your alarms. Prime time.
Can we
What
stay
day
up
is
front,
it?
please? Thank you. There you go.
Friday.
Slap TZ here at the
Friday night
And Aurora?
SmackDown. Friday night
end.
MLBB.
Go ahead.
After
I'd like a word
After
with you
Team
early,
Spirit
later
versus
before
Mad
we,
Bulls.
say goodbye. All right.
FCAP
There you go.
versus Liquid.
Congratulations again, Falcons AP Brand moving
Upper
up.
bracket.
And Aurora, please take the stage.
Snapdragon Finals rematch.
All right.
Panood ko na to.
First up, I want to hear from Flap TZ. Flap, congratulations.
Dang.
You now have 2 tournament lives.
Dadadang.
Let's talk about that match against Aurora. How do you feel?
Dang, song.
I feel really good and excited because we're about to face Team Liquid Echo again, and
Oh, boss.
we have lower bracket again.
All right, well, you
Mainit.
only have lower bracket if you lose there. All right, you can still go through the upper. Now, let's talk about your
Matindi.
opponents, Aurora Gaming. You beat them 2-1. They got you 1 game. Tell us, what are some of the strengths? What made them such a difficult opponent?
In game 1, I think we don't know their
Rematch,
hero,
abangan nyo na.
comfortable heroes, but we adjusted in game 2 and 3.
All right, well, we wish them luck wherever we might see them next, Aurora Gaming. Falcons AP Brendo, good luck. You guys are moving on through. Let's address the fans, the Hive. What's your message for them? Because they can still see you in the next few matches. What are your words for your supporters?
To my supporters,
Gising na
please
si
keep
Flap.
on supporting us
Flap is na awake,
until
bro.
the end, and thank you so much for supporting.
All right, thank you. Falcons are here. Let's
So,
give it up for
for
Falcons AP
Team
Brand
Liquid
once
versus
more.
FCAP,
There'll be an action later on. You guys can go ahead and
it's going to be
head
the
to the
upper
back.
bracket. So
GG well played.
whoever
Now,
loses will
for
go to the
Aurora, Renajay,
We'll go to
Edward,
the
Demon Kite Yue,
lower
and
bracket.
Domeng. You guys did very well.
GG
Very
WP
entertaining
Aurora.
matches, all 3 games. Real quick, what are some of your
Luban number
key
7 na
learnings
to.
from all of your matches at SuperNova? Who wants
Luban
to speak?
number 7 na to.
Pwede mag-Tagalog. You can speak Tagalog. Learnings from this tournament.
Siguro sa akin yung learning namin sa tournament siguro yung sa kung paano namin paikot yung heroes namin kasi sobrang dami naming hero sobrang flexible namin lahat. So siguro yun yung magiging namin sa
GG.
sa susunod na mga tournament.
GG, nice game.
Some of their major learnings was how to rotate around their heroes, how to use their very deep hero pool, and they'll use that in their next major tournaments to do better.
Ito
All right,
maganda mamaya.
you mentioned
Set
your
your
next
alarms,
tournament.
guys.
Please share with us
So that
what's
would be
next
around
for Aurora Gaming.
8
Where can
PM,
we find
I
you
think.
next? And what are your messages
Right?
for your supporters, for the fans, for the
Around
Auroras?
8 p.m.
Yan sa sa
Gonna wait
MPL
for
pati
that,
sa
of
M6.
course.
Yan, salamat sa mga sumusuporta sa amin.
Gonna wait
Mas
for that,
gagalingan
guys.
namin. Medyo lang
For
kami,
sure, right?
kinulang lang. Pero marami kami natutunan. So apply namin lahat sa MPL.
All right, thanks, Renajay, Yue, Domeng, Demon Kite, and Edward. Ladies and gentlemen, Aurora Gaming. Thank you so much. And you guys can go ahead and take a rest. Once again, GG well played. That was their last match in SuperNova. Very entertaining, very close. A lot of the games that they played, but we now have our top
Hey,
four.
RRQ Super
All teams
Hazin.
now in the playoffs have 2 lives.
What's good?
And it's about to get even
Alright,
hotter.
guys.
We're gonna break down game number 3 as we throw over to our
Alright, guys.
casters.
Dyan lang kayo, ha.
And
Huwag
then we'll
kayong
move on with
aalis.
more of the matches only here
Just gonna
on
go-
SuperNova.
Go on a quick break, alright? See you guys later.
Agree, definitely. I think at the process of Team Aura thought that they managed to actually shut down any process that was done by Team AVCAP. They didn't realize that there were a lot of the solo roaming coming in from all of the players from AVCAP. I mean, like talking about Kaltizi, Super Marco started out all the way at the top. He was pretty much just doing a lot of his potential to actually shut down the fact that if Team Aurora wants to pull through, he will deny it instantly. But as time goes by, at that 5th minute, that's when you see that he's going off. He's
Diyan
going
lang
off
kayo.
all
Diyan
over
lang
the
kayo,
map
guys.
to actually
Laglag
give
na
a little
Aurora,
bit of
guys.
boost
Diyan
for
lang
the
kayo.
team of AFCAP.
Yep, consistently farming throughout the map here, very locked in the first 5 minutes of the game to make sure that his farm was growing, right? And right when he hit the markers where he had the Holy Crystal and stuff like that, it then became, okay, let's traverse the ball, around the map to see what's going on. And from there, it was really about the farming of the kills. Not a lot of kills, of course, were more, but nonetheless, these were very crucial kills because they melted down the tanks. They went on the outfast off the side of the ball really quickly. And with every kill, Falcons AP Red was always able to take the neutral objective, be it the turrets, be it the Lord, or whatsoever. And this is where early game it was looking pretty solid for the side of Aurora, but every single time they make a good trades on the side of the Falcons.
Definitely. I love the combo. I definitely agree that the combo between Kuwait as well as Renegade was just superb. That was a good idea coming from them. And despite, yes, there was a certain amount of time Kaltizi comes in and try to pick it up, but they managed to do it again and again after time to shut down Always. They always try to pick over it first of all because they want to make sure that at least there's no defense coming in from the Falcons. But as time goes by, it didn't actually do it. I think there was a certain amount of time where you would try to pick it up. It was he didn't manage to actually capture. He didn't actually manage to capture the one that he wanted to actually put out from Team Falcon. He was able to actually separate them. That's when a lot of the success coming in from Falcon to punish for those mistakes.
Yeah, it's really just a small mistakes here because Renegade, example, went under the turret to try and get away with the dragon, couldn't do it quicker. Didn't all work out, gets punished instead with the penalty zone on the back lines. And right off the bat, you see the moment you allow competition opening, he was never in the fights. He was always farming up, split pushing, and when he finally hit his vocab, that was when he went in how easy this was the moment he went in for the he actually really killed him off here. And it
Yeah.
was a huge play by the side of Falcons.
Agreed. Absolutely. This is it. The moment when you don't have domain and then you try to defend it wise, and even the overextension coming from Aurora when the fact that they want to stop AVCAP's attempt to actually get that lot, it was futile because each and every single play was tagged off. It shuts down Aurora, shuts down domain, and it was leaving only way to
They tried the best, but Aurora will not make it out here. They will be sent home. Now this means Falcons AP Red going to have their rematch against Team Liquid Philippines.
And I feel it very funny the fact that Black Easy, Leo had to correct and he said, okay, we're going back to the lower bracket. Not yet. You're still at the upper bracket unless you lose to Team Wicked. And I love the storyline you going to upper bracket because both of our upper bracket from Mad Bulls versus Team Spirit, and then we have Team Wicked versus the team of Falcon is a grand final from their respective region. We're talking about Mad Bulls, Rise of the Legends. This is it. When Team Spirit faltered against Mad Bulls, and it's very interesting. I think that we have a short break before we come in. I think there's a possibility of there's a graphics coming in. I don't want to actually overstep after we talk about this, but coming up for the Masters that Lee and Kin will be casting up is going to be Team Spirit versus Mad Bulls. The history repeat themselves where Mad Bulls shuts down Spirit 5-3, giving them
pa rin pala, par. The game is starting soon. Hello, guys. You guys hear me? Perfect. So video capture. Ayan na.
Welcome back. You're watching 1xbet SuperNova. Once again, Leo here at your service. And
We're back,
who
bro.
would've thought
Diyan
that we
si
would
Leo.
witness once again the eternal clash of the EECA's Bulls and Dragons
Here we go.
come so soon. Just a quick reminder, the Bulls won an epic best-of-9 series just a week ago over the Dragons. And now the question is,
Manalo Bulls.
will the score get even
Dragons
here?
ang tawag sa ano?
Now coming up next, it's an upper bracket bout, a best-of-3 this time around between Team Spirit and Mad Bulls, once again representing the EECA. Up first, let's meet Team Spirit.
Team Spirit. Ayan na, boss. Game na. Guys, hindi natin panoorin to. Pero pwede na manood lang tayo. Tapos chillers lang. No pressure. Nice ba yan? No pressure. Alright, here we go. Papapam! Sino ba may idol kay Nakid Bomba dyan,
After
papi?
going 4-0, winning all their games in all
Guys,
their
check out the
matches
pinned comment
in
on the
groups,
Facebook
they are
stream
the only undefeated
and
team
the caption
in
here on the YouTube
Supernova.
stream.
So
Alright,
far,
let's
let's
go.
welcome Sao, Sunset Lover, Pico, One Shot, and Kid Bomba!
One shot!
This is Team Spirit
One shot Omega!
and their opponents trampling through the brackets. Let's welcome Mad Bulls.
Mad Bulls, boss. Grabe ka naman, Kuya Leo. Lupit mo, ah. Leo yan. Malakas to. Magaling tong Mad Bulls. For me, they're good.
In Supernova, so far they've slain Aurora Gaming. They've also beaten IHCE Sports. Are their ECA rivals up next? Making their way on stage, Justinian, Lovely, Reaper, Don't, and Maniac. It's Mad Bulls!
Si Maniac nandyan.
All right, there's a lot of history between these two teams. And gentlemen, I'll be giving you the go signal now. You can go ahead and sit down on your desks. Get ready, get warmed up. Fist bump on the way back. Can we ask Reaper and Sunset Lover to stay? There you go. All right, I'm pretty sure y'all just forgot. All right, Sunset Lover, nice to see you again. Reaper, how are you? Real quick, Sunset Lover, yesterday you guys went undefeated. Not a single game loss. Now, let me ask, how did you celebrate?
Nothing to celebrate. We need to keep going, of course.
All right, that's good to hear. Now, I want to ask, what is your relationship with
Game
Mad
daw
Bulls?
eh,
I already
game
told
daw
the
eh.
folks at home watching that, you know, you guys got a big match like a week ago. Tell me, what is it like between Team Spirit and Mad Bulls?
Nothing big. We're just friends.
Just friends. Of course, nice to hear. Now, Reaper, I'm going to double check on that. Just friends?
Yes.
All right, you just played a match earlier against IHC. Did you guys get a break between now and then? Did you rest?
Yes. We're ready.
What do you guys do to reset?
Just watched matches.
And what do you think of this coming match? What do you see happening?
I think we and
Maniac
Spirit
ata ang pagka-pronounce
will
ng
do
pangalan niya,
our
hindi
best
Maniac.
and just
Maniac.
show beautiful games.
Hopefully, you are the two best teams out of ECA, all right?
Oh, malakas
Come up
ang
close real
dalawang
quick,
to.
face off.
Malakas ang dalawang team.
All right, look at that. Oh, this is a matchup we've seen already, but we're going to see again. Handshake and fist
Malakas
bump,
na
gentlemen.
parehas eh.
Go ahead. Oh, I love it. I love the energy. Healthy
Malakas
competition, healthy matchups
let's go.
coming up. Maybe even a best of three that goes all the way. They've gone 8 games.
Let's
Who
go.
knows what we'll see today.
Shout out
Let's
to
throw it over
our,
casters to break
international
down this
viewers.
matchup before it goes down.
If you guys are there, hello guys. Alright, let's go. It's about to go down.
Thank you so much, Leo. Now, this is a match we've been waiting
Shout out
for.
to Pasya,
Bunny, I think
and
let's not
Kindofu.
excise this match because it's going to be super even between on they are the true fiends against each other.
Perhaps it's going to be
definitely.
1-1
And
also.
we take note of the fact that
Who knows?
just recently they had the grand finals and they just actually had the potential or even was able to take down Team Spirit, despite Team Spirit was the one who had the earlier success on the first match during the grand finals. They were leading up for 1 point, but then Team Mad Bulls rise it off with 3-1 as well on that grand final. But it was best of 9 series, so there was a lot for the team to actually encounter. Despite that, almost was able to actually shut down, was able to actually get the win on the side of Mad Bulls, but Mad Bulls was taken down one after another. Was a back and forth. Team Spirit keep on dragging them off, but that highlight,
Ayan na.
highlight the most that was so funny. I think
Malakas
that
yan si Hiko,
taking
guys.
note of the reason
Hiko is
why
good.
Team Mad Bull was a champion is because Team Spirit
I think
did
Hiko
not
is
know
Korean,
that the
right?
bot
Korean
was coming
or
to their own home base. They were
Singaporean,
so
I'm not
busy
sure.
at the home base of Team Mad Bulls. They were shutting them down at their
Please
home base,
correct
trying
me.
to take them down, but the bot was doing their job. But going into Team Spirit highlights of what happened yesterday,
go.
they were beautiful. I agree on the note of
Let's
Dio
go, let's
saying
go,
that
let's go, let's go.
4-0. It was a
their
series
highlights.
that was clean
Game
swept
highlights.
from Team Spirit itself because they were doing well. Nobody could test them. Even Team Falcon, the champions, and we can feel the fact that they were so excited when they got the first win against Team Falcon themselves.
Yeah, very good target prioritization coming out from the side of Team Spirit. So we're gonna have huge expectations, especially for one shot here. His signature Nolan in this competition has been at its peak performance thus far. Now, of course, with that being said, the competitors or the challengers down here are
Exciting,
of no
guys.
slouch as well. Let's take a look
Exciting,
at Mad Bulls, represented by Maniac, Reaper, Don't, Justinian,
Maniac.
as well as Lovely. Now, this is a
Lovely.
monster squad if I've ever seen one. They are really strong in the teamfight department. As we go into their highlight reels, you will take a look at how well they have performed thus far. Results-wise, not as clean as Team Spirit. They are at a 50% win rate, but nonetheless, it is quality over quantity
Musta
at
buhay-buhay,
this point
boss?
for Mad Bulls.
Agree, definitely. Anything can happen at this point. I mean, maybe
Guys,
on the group
lista
stage,
nyo, alas
you may
8.
have it rough. Again, we're talking about Group A and Group B. If anybody has a sense of
Alas 8,
opinion
guys,
on the
alas
side of
8.
Group A and Group B, they
Team
would
Liquid tsaka
definitely agree on
FCAP.
the note that Group B is much
Alas
more
8,
tougher.
alas 8.
That's the reason why a possibility that Mad Bulls was dropped for the one or even one match on themselves. But then again, they did pull through. They still managed to actually get a hold of
Wala
the
pang tanggalan yun, pero
positioning, and
pwede
they
na.
did manage to actually take a hold and giving themselves a really good backup after
Guys,
that
go check out
first
the
play-ins and qualifying themselves here for the upper
pinned
bracket.
comment
And
and
looking here, look at that, how they managed to shut down every opportunity. IHCs was literally been pulled to the backside
YouTube
to a
caption.
point that they could not do anything. I mean, we got Ripper with the Tamos, we got Maniac
la.
just doing a lot of
Now
destruction,
hulog
giving
ang
a lot
loob
of the
sa'yo.
disturbance on the line of IHC, and that was
Sa'yo.
making it trouble to the side of IHC to even have the capability to get that series on themselves.
Yep, a lot of signature picks
buhay,
as
buhay,
well coming out for the
boss.
side of Mad Bulls. We have to watch out for Reaper later
Sak
with
Maestro.
the Loi pick. A very destructive performance to opponents on the side of Mad Bulls. Besides that, like you mentioned, the Tamus on that Maniac. He is one of the core members on the side of Mad Bulls in this first lineup. So, yeah, results are results. That was the past competition. Now it's a brand new one at a 1xbet SuperNova. Now, which team will be able to make it out into the winners bracket and, you know, secure themselves one more lifeline, while the other is going to be kicked down into the lower brackets? We'll see. Both of them don't want to go down, but one of them has to be faced with reality in this best of three.
Agree. Just an opinion that I want to ask you. Okay, from these two teams, who do you think is a favorite to go to the next round with lifeline in their hands, and those who will actually deplete their second lifeline?
Okay, there are those that are more factual, and then there are those that are more emotional, right? So
Yeah.
I'm more emotional. I think there's one camp that definitely feels that, hey, Mad Bulls have the upper hand. On the other side, I'm going to stay with the emotional camp here. I am actually going for Team Spirit. I feel they have the momentum going in. And, you know, numbers-wise, 100% is much more than 50%.
Agree, definitely. I mean, like we pushed aside the past history. Yes, they won against Team Spirit for their championship, but then again, going into Supernova, it's a reset already for all of the teams. They are in a better shape, they are in a better momentum, and Team Spirit has that upper hand compared to Mad Bulls. They are at down below for their own rate, but we see how it is coming into the drafting. Is
Game
it
na,
going
game
to
na,
be
game
the
na.
same case? So far, I feel like both sides we've
Pumayat si
already
Master
seen
the
on day
Basic.
number
Talaga
one,
ba?
and even coming into day number two,
Ikaw
we
ba?
were able to get a glimpse of Matt Bull's performance. Even we were
Need kong
not able to
gawin?
see them during the group stage, but I can feel that they're drafting both sides are very, very balanced.
Yeah, I think this time we will see more targeted and more personal bans rather than meta bans, because I think they have a huge hero pool on both sides of the coin. So I think it makes more sense to go for personal bans instead of whatever that the meta is, right? At the same time, we could venture out into the unknown, right? Unorthodox picks coming out from both ends. And that's what I'm really interested about. We'll see if they're going to go back with the stock standard
Si
kind of
Fasha
drafts,
Bunny, no?
or
Kaya
will we
siguro
see a
mayroon
tweak
siyang
in the
ears.
playstyle?
Agree, definitely. I
Bunny
mean,
ears
like
ba yan?
wondering whether or not Reaper will be able to actually bring back the Tamus or Maniac going
go.
in with the Loyi. But on the other note, coming in right here, we got the odds right here. Team Spirit with 1.44. On the other side, on the side of Mad Bull is going to be 2.65. Coming into Team
Game na,
Liquid
guys, game
versus
na.
Falcons for the next series that's coming up,
Mainit
which
na ako.
will be casted for our fellow casters coming up. Next, it's going to be a little bit on the side
Parang
of
tinatawag
Team
ako ng
Falcon
kalikasan,
AP
guys,
brands.
okay lang ba
Do
kayo
you
dito
agree on that
manood?
notes of that odds itself?
Game one.
I think it's based off on the numbers itself. I don't agree that Mad Bulls are at a disadvantage. But let's see, right? The draft is going to be started
Tawag
right
na ako ng
away. We have the
kalikasan,
Edith, Minotaur, as well as the Cruising
Grabe, hindi
Band.
nag-final four yung mga
Pretty standard.
teammates.
And likewise on the side of Team Spirit, they will ban out the Lua E for good reason as well. And Zaz as followed by the Chip.
Okay.
Na, 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 na.
Some of the metas has been definitely been banned. We do see that Jushin is not to be messed around. Even Loyi as well. If you give it out to Matt Bull, it's
Ling mo
not
na yan,
going to be
boss.
good because we saw how it was destructive
Boss, ling
in
mo
the
na.
hands of
Bye, ling mo
Maniac
ng
as
iba.
well. Now we got Roger in the hands
mo,
of
bes.
Justinian as well as Hiko
Ling
picking
dong.
off Harith for Team
Ling dong,
Spirit.
boss.
Yep, still open for changes because Justinian could flex this into the goal lane for Don't. Now, Kid Bomba gonna go back on that signature Terisla.
Terisla
He has
break.
been absolutely smashing it so far for
Okay,
Team
but it's
Spirit. And he's gonna try and enable Hiko to go in scot-free, take all the pain, give all of the hurt over to the side of
Kaja.
Mad.
I do agree. Yesterday, Team Spirit was just performing amazing with that Terisla. Going into Maniac as well as Lovely, they bring off all the tankiness. They got Tamos as well as Grok in their line. They took away this Tamos on the side, and I'm loving the fact that they're bringing it back. They know that they cannot mess around with what already. You don't want to actually what's you don't have to fix what's already been successful on the end of Mad Bulls, so they want to bring it
Kuya
back, and
Mikens.
this is going to be a good side for Mad Bulls to shut down Team Spirit with a really good baseline.
Yep, you know what? I'm actually feeling like a Karina will make a lot of sense here. They need more magic damage against Maniac here on that Thamus. He's gonna be giving the world of hurt against physical damage, especially with Vengeance as well. So I'm interested to see how they're gonna pan this out, and they will give Sunset Lover the Novaria. So a ton of magic damage. This is their solution to deal with Maniac on that Thamus.
Oh, okay, interesting. Bringing back Novaria. I think that we haven't actually seen Novaria throughout the Supernova tournament, so it's nice to actually bring it back into Team Spirit, and we do have another band to be put
Mark
out. I think with the
Lotpolo.
fact that
Ano
now
ngayon
definitely
Luhan
know
number
they're not
7
gonna
ako
actually
ngayon
allow much more damage coming in from Mad Bull, so they actually stop Moskov in the attempts to be picked out.
Very smart bands on both ends. So Team Spirit don't want to enable and allow Mad Bulls to have that double marksman composition with Justinian going into the Roger and
La,
Don't
la,
having
la.
Moskov as well. Likewise, for the side of Mad Bulls, they will take out the Angela, which will be a pain point because with sustenance, right? They will be able to outlast Maniac as well as Justinian in the
Guys,
team fights as
parang
well.
tinatawag ako ng
Oh, okay,
kalikasan.
interesting. I like that. The
Sa
fact
iba,
that
manood lang
they're
kayo.
making sure that there's
Grabe
not
na
going to be a longevity of Team Spirit to
Nabarya
survive
pick.
more compared to Mad Bulls. But coming in right now is going to be the last ban. Possibility, I think Team Spirit would definitely going to take off the assassin. Yes, we got Hayabusa to be taken
Tanggalin mo
out
na,
in the
kaso
process,
walang
and
pwede
another
rin.
one for the side of Mad Bulls to be pushed out. I feel like they will try to actually got out even more
When is
for
Team Liquid
along
playing
the
later
line.
at
Team Spirit still
around
need
8 p.m.?
A little bit more
Set your
tankiness
alarms,
on their
Andy,
end.
Amzul.
Well, they can go
8 p.m.
one
we're
of
going
two
to watch,
ways, one
Team
of
Liquid
which
versus,
is the
FCAP.
burst composition, right? You have Hiko and you have Sunset Lover. These
Better-
are very adept
better
at
set your
bursting down
alarms and,
people, so they could go for the Nolan
watch
as
out for
well.
that game.
And it looks like they
My
will have
audio
the
is
final
weak.
ban. That looks like a jaw hit to
Yep.
me.
My
I
audio is low.
believe. Yep, that is a jaw hit.
Hello, hello,
so,
hello, mic check.
Very personalized
wala,
ban
wala,
for this last ban on the side of Mad Bulls.
I think, yeah, we did saw a success coming in from Team Spirit. Every time they
Spirit,
come in,
ano ako
I think
dito,
it was
Mad Bulls ako
Sawo who
dito.
actually
Yeah.
put up a really good
Mad
fight
Bulls
with
ako dito,
Jawhead.
par.
You actually pick off, you definitely managed to separate your enemy from your team, and then you push it out, you gang against it. That was what we've seen from Team Spirit, and Team Rebels is denying it. Ripper picking off Vexana in the process, and I feel like this is a good sign from Matt Bull as well. I'm loving the fact that you've already have a really good
Magaling to,
structured
sobra-
baseline,
magaling
right?
to
You have
si,
a really good
Hiko.
tankiness, and you need some more to actually a little bit damage, a little bit burst to actually counter
Lancelot.
impact to the side of Team Spirit, because they
Lancelot
already
Orlin.
have so much in their lineup.
Ano yung last ban?
You're putting a lot of consideration into the
Joe,
team
eh.
fight composition for the side of Mad Bulls. I really like this Vexana pick.
Lance
Now,
ako dito.
it's up to Don't to see who does he want. So yes, it
You don't
will
open
be
membership
a
like the
goal
streamer.
named Roger. And
What do you
Justinian will
mean,
be having hands
Andy?
on the Joy like this. There's a lot of backline access, a lot of confusion
Hop
and chaos
tour.
that Mad Bulls will be able to deliver over to the side
Clint
of
Bea,
Team
ako nga, no,
Spirit.
na pinagsama. Joy, bumabalik
Team
ba yun?
Spirit needs one more. I mean, there's a possibility we might see.
Hindi ko kasi kabisado hero ng Spirit.
Is it going to be
Silang-
another tanky to actually help them out? I mean,
Kaja
you've
Cho.
already have a lot of bursts. You have a lot of the aggression
Cho.
already. So one thing for sure,
Bumalik yung Cho
they
eh, no?
need one more to actually utilize. You have to actually make sure that
Okay, guys,
you'll
let's
be
go.
able to shut
Guys,
down
tinatawag
any
ko ng
progression
kalikasan.
coming in from Matt Bull. So Cho will be
Okay
the
lang ba, nood
best
lang kayo?
choice coming in from Team Spirit.
I like it because
Medyo
there
mainit na
is
si
lockdown coming
Kalikasan
in
sa
from
akin eh.
Sabo, and that's exactly the point you want.
What is
against
jungle?
Justinian and maybe even a Mania, right? Because
Oh, I
with
don't
the
have
lockdown,
any-
Mania
I don't-
won't
I'm
be
not
able
sure
to
if I have
proc his,
donations in my stream
vengeance.
yet.
He won't be able to fight, and that's the point of how you want to defeat.
I'm really
a
not sure,
Davos
Andy.
in lane and in fights as well. So both teams, very strong drafts, very even. They have
Alright,
their
let's go.
respective win conditions, but it is now down to the performance of the individual players. The coaches have done their jobs. Now it is up for the players to get that win.
Sige lang ba,
This is
Jason?
tough.
Alright.
Definitely. Previously, I have.
So, guys, nature is
at least
calling,
I can
so
foresee
wait a
what is
moment.
my favorite drafting.
Go
but
ahead and
now,
watch the stream.
Just like you said about it, like it's even. It's balanced. Both of the teams, they know what they can actually counter off, what they can actually put out, and this is something that is going to be seeing how they actually progress throughout this match one.
Yep, let's see. There's going to be a leash by Kid Bomber. He's going to sacrifice his time in the lane. Similar reactions on the side of Mad Bulls with Maniac helping out Justinian. So now both junglers will complete their first and respective buffs as they move on to the rest of the jungle.
Okay, and we do see that Lovely trying to push away Sawo. Not much of any skirmish. Pretty much they're just gonna tease out, clear out the mid lane, and pretty much just waiting for the right time to have that screen.
First Lethal Wanderer will be going into the hands of the side of Team Spirit. That's some EXP for the side, and it looks like they will be able to get that level advantage over to one shot.
Okay, looking good so far. Things are already coming in, but here pushing into one shot straight away. But one shot managed to actually push before the casualty started out. Even don't try to overextend to Hiko, will be denied instantly.
Yeah, I believe Justinian actually got that jungle camp with the retribution as well. Now with that one shot and Sabo, they're gonna try and make their mark upon the map. So far it's pretty even, but Reapers maybe gonna have a slight advantage.
Oop, is this they're trying to go in? Are they actually going to pull through? It seems that Maniac will be the one to be the target for one shot. Almost close enough to take him down, but at the same process, we do see Sao trying to back things off, not allowing Lovely to come through.
Yep, no Star Shatter available thus far for Sunset Lover, so he will not make the snipes. Right now, top lane, 1v1, being gapped here. Hiko being gapped by Don't on this Roger.
And even Sao try to make a break right here to the side of Justinian, and Justinian almost close enough to take it out. It's gonna be Lovely who makes a deal breaker to get the first blood to shut down the one and only Sao.
Yep, of all the ways to get a kill, he gets it with the Guardian Barrier. Lovely going to be locked down by the penalty zone here. Will they go in? One shot kind of kept away by Maniac. No offensive capabilities. Justinian will get the first turtle of the game. And Kid Bomba caught in no man's land, 1-on-3. He is not long for his world. He will be taken down as Mad Bulls take the lead.
Ooh, in the process, we do have a trade coming in from the team of Spirit, but as the process, we still see Mad Bulls still being at the lead right here with 2-1. And now trying to actually fight off with Hiko, with Novaria trying to stick his hands into the situation, makes it a little bit difficult on Don't to actually try to pull through, so he had to back off away before he overextended.
Yep, so Mad Bulls working on trying to get at least 1,000 gold ahead of Team Spirit, but Team Spirit not really allowing too much growth on the side of Mad Bulls just yet.
Agree. Somehow, right now, I do feel like at least the defense-wise coming in from Team Spirit to shut down any attempts, still in a really good success. Team Spirit knows how to actually make sure that Mad Bulls doesn't get actually a lot of the heads for themselves, a lot of the leads for them to actually pull through, because this is just the 3 minutes so far for the game. Goal still in the side of Mad Bulls. They got the turtle as well for the buff, and somehow right now it's going to be a few more seconds for the second turtle, but they're going to go in for the scrimmage right here for the buff.
Yep, here we go. This is going to be a big one. Nice two-man catch by Kid Bomba, but he gets punished and blown up. Here we go. Mania working on Kid Bomba. He is going to make it out alive thus far, and this is Team Spirit just fending off the aggression by Mad Bulls.
Wow, almost close enough, been tagged off, but Maniac managed to pull through, managed to actually make sure that he will not give those lead to Mad Bulls even more further along the line. 12 seconds on the clock for the next turtle. We do see that setup has been done for Team Spirit as well as Team Mad Bulls.
Yeah, one shot didn't get access to his purple buff, gonna be taken away, and Justinian here, oh wow, charge onto him, the catch comes in, he should be dead, but one shot will be taken down by the Guardian's Barrier again. The Barrier of Death here coming out by Lovely. In the meantime, Justinian will have this turtle for free, second turtle of the game, as Mad Bulls look to grow this advantage.
I mean, Lovely. It's such a great composition coming in from him. He's already getting 2 kills in the lead. He managed to actually just take one player on by himself, and that's the reason why Team Mad Bull looking far more better at the moment right now, as we see Don't try to actually take it off, but unfortunately it's going to be in the hands of Team Spirit for that goal. And at the same time, we do see that Team Mad Bulls try to push into Sao as well as Siko. Will they be able to do so, as Lovely trying to catch off another one? Sao try to actually farm it off, trying to actually hold it down, making sure that Team Mad Bulls doesn't overcommit.
Yeah, you can see now it's all about the purple buff. They want to limit the growth. Kebaba cannot hold his own against Maniac here, and one shot once again loses his purple buff all the way to Justinian here. Is not looking good for Team Spirit.
Ooh, this is sneaky, this is slippery. Team Mad Bulls is getting away with all the steals to a point that this is going to give a lot of the leads, and they will be able to actually have it off. Now coming in, Maniac going to fight off with Kimo, but just close enough to actually get the kill. Unfortunately, managed to move away, but it will give a head for the start of Stadium to shut down that first turret.
Yep, so both mid laners have the glowing wand as well, and the big thing is Mad Bulls, they have that Thunderbelt going into the hands of Maniac, so he is going to be really tanky in the mid game as well. Here we go, this is the advantage that Mad Bulls have created for themselves.
Okay, let's see. Gotta slow things down just a little bit, and we see Lovely coming in for attack again. He spotted out one shot. Can he actually make it off again? He did actually miss out the opportunity for the ulti, but he will be backing off. But they're gonna go in for a scream right here on the mid.
Yep, they're trying to get him down. It is Reaper who is the first blood of this particular skirmish itself. Sawo going to be shortly traded out. So 1-for-1, it's still in favor of Mad Bulls at this point. Meanwhile, Kid Bomba might not be in a safe space anymore. Here comes Maniac laying down the pain, but Kid Bomba will push him out of the way. Right now, the big objective is here. One shot looking for an entry point. But Justinian, he doesn't want to allow it. Here comes that ultimate as well. Rhythm of the beats. Electrifying beats coming in. It will be Justinian getting the turtle. The third one of the game. All three going to the hands of Mad Bulls.
Mad Bulls is definitely conquering the whole entire map. They definitely managed to actually roam around, clears out, and here on out, Team Mad Bulls will be looking for another one. Sao will be shut down as we see Kid Bomba try to go in for the penalty. It's been denied instantly, and the overextension that was not needed for the team of Mad Bulls, they will be able to clear out another turret on themselves, and now they push back away. Loving the push and pull coming in from Mad Bulls. They just get it done, what they need, all that they can take, and then after that, they push back.
Yeah, One Shot is having a tough game, man. It is level 10 for One Shot, and meanwhile, if you take a look at Justinian, he already is at level 11. His electrifying beats are going to be extremely painful, and it is an AoE skill, so it will, inherently burn down the entire side of Team Spirit.
Agree, definitely. And here on out, right here, Sao will be trying to clear out Reaper, try to take him down first of all, but will not be able to do so as we see Lovely coming through. It's going to be Sao is the one who will be sacrificed.
Yep, and here we go. That's going to be a finishing blow for Don't here. He's going to get the kill on to get Kid Bomba. And once again, Mad Bulls running rampant all across the map.
Ooh, Team Mad Bull looking sturdy as ever. I mean, started out Team Spirit has the idea, but now as the itemization and even how they actually conquer off each and every single lane, this is what made it really tough for Team Spirit to come through. And now clearing out the tier 1 mid as well, giving more space for Team Mad Bulls to shine even more.
Close to 9 minutes of game time, and it is Mad Bull just taking everything from the side of Team Spirit. Once again, on the top lane, Maniac working on to both One Shot and Kid Bomba. They can't deal with this boy.
Team Mad Bulls, you have Maniac all alone. He will be able to shut down. We see how he managed to survive all alone with 1v4, and this is what we've seen again, a repetition, a deja vu that was done for Team Mad Bulls. And as the process going in for tier 1 clears out each and every single lane, even the top lane is almost close enough to be shut down. They're going in for the lot.
Yep, electrifying being committed as well. Justinian will have free access to this lord. Now, this is the first lord in the game. What more can they do here? There's all 5 members onto Mania, but nobody's able to kill him. He instead gets, hang on, he gets taken down, but Sao is extremely low. Don't comes in. Probably gets a double kill as well. The lockdown comes in. It's a triple for him, and it looks like Don't will shut them all down. Justinian gets the final kill of that skirmish. 11-4, Mad Bulls charge ahead.
Doesn't matter, you trade off 2, but at least you get the 3 right in the hands of Mad Bulls. There was so much already been done from the side of Team Mad Bulls that Team Spirit could not do anything. Here on out, they will be able to break the turret, the last turrets coming in, and despite they will not be overextending, we do see that they're going to push back. Even despite that, the fact that Sao coming in to push down Lovely, they will be able to survive it out a little bit more. Ripper trying to actually back off Sao to stop any of the damage coming in. Justinian also utilizing that opportunity to steal away the buff from the space of Team Spirit.
Once again, the doors are open into the base of Team Spirit in the middle lane, and Sao, he has eyes on 4, but he can't do much here.
Coming in for a fight right now, Sao will be denied from going in, and Kid Bomba also try to go for penalty, but will be denied. The mistake coming in, and is pushing in. Don't will be the one to take down Sao a little bit more. Kid Bomba managed to move away, but Sunset Lover shuts down Justinian in the process to trade off for Team Spirit.
They survived, but did they win? That's the big question for Team Spirit. They got down Justinian here on that Joy, but at this point, they still can't deal with Maniac here. He is just all over the place. He's so strong.
Yeah, he's so tanky. There's so much that needs to be done for them to actually shut him down. If you want to actually make sure that at least want to break the defense is from the side of Team Mad Bulls, you have to have that Maniac clear out first of all. And so far right now, we do see they're going to come in for the side of King Bomba as well, right in the mid. Seems that they go back away, try to actually tease some of the scrimmage, but in the end, they don't want to overcommit.
Yep, at this point, all eyes on Sawo. Sawo needs to have a better game. He has not been allowed to put it at his best. In fact, they have dwindled his farm down, dwindled his levels down as well. Sawo is only level 10.
6 death to his name as well. This is not going to be so good. Team Spirit needs at least a baseline that can cover things up. And we do see that they're trying to actually tone down Maniac, try to gang up against him. But Maniac, again, a force that cannot be reckoned, cannot be toned down, despite no matter how much they try to pull in, Maniac still survive it out.
Yep, well, the same grace as Hiko is able to deal quite a bit of damage onto Maniac here, but that might not be enough at this stage of the game. They need a little bit more time. Eye of the Sentry doesn't use on the bot lane. They realize that no one else is here, and now the Enhanced Lord has spawned. 12-5, Mad Bulls looking for that advantage.
Right, keep Bomba waiting to catch a glimpse, but we do see that at the process, Hiko also trying to actually get a little bit of tease as well to the side of Team Mad Bulls. And it seems that it's gonna be the one. Maniac managed to be taken out by Team Spirit. This is it, the key that he needed. They want to gank up, they want to clear out Maniac first of all, clears out the defense wise, and they might be able to have the opening to shut down Team Mad Bulls. But is it gonna be enough?
Yep, it's actually not a very comfortable position because only one shot at Kid Bomba has the ultimate. Hang on, lovely. He is going to be using his Guardian's Barrier to try and push it out of the way. Suddenly, Team Spirit hit their stride. Wild Charge going to be committed as well. Taken out by Hiko, but here comes the electrifying beats. Might not be electrifying enough. Here we go. Flicker by Kid Bomba, but Justinian turns it around. Gets the kills, a double as Hiko is left in no man's land, left alone, and looks like this is game time for Mad Bulls.
Wow, started out really good for Team Spirit. It looks like they were able to turn things around, but unfortunately, with the Reds coming in from the side of Team Mad Bulls, Ustanian, Dawn coming in for a fight, they managed to shut down 2 of the players, and now shutting down Hiko. It's going to be a game time for Team Mad Bulls for the first match.
Yep, Team Spirit, they tried, but they could not withstand the rampaging Bulls. Mad Bulls, they take game 1.
Wow, that was superbly amazing. I feel like it could have actually, if it wasn't for Team Spirit trying to shut down some of the efforts of Team Mad Bulls, it could have actually at least prolonged this match. But unfortunately, Team Mad Bulls doesn't have it. They didn't want that to happen. They ended up like just finish off. I think the best part is that Ustanian, he was all alone. He was going in straight, all out, shutting down Team Spirit to a point that they could not do anything.
Yeah, pure joy for the side of Mad Bulls. It was a very simple backline access, right? So Justinian was able to keep continually going into the backlines, no punishment whatsoever. And to make matters worse, Maniac was having a time of his life. He was able to do a 1v5 at that point in the game. He was already super tanky. Queen's Wings with the Thunderbelt as well. There was no one. There was no one to deal with him. And he even had the War X, if I'm not wrong. So there was good sustainability, good heals, good damage. And it was just Justinian all over the place, allowing Don't to join in the fray at the correct time as well.
I mean, that's just it. That's the reason why Team Spirit had to stop Maniac in his process. Because if they don't get Maniac down, they cannot actually pull in to fight off with Team Mad Bulls. That was why they ganged up for Maniacs. And there was an opportunity for Team Spirit to actually bring it back the game, despite that the lead was already for Team Mad Bulls. But as time goes by, they try to actually fight it off for the Lord as well. And it was looking good. It was literally having that spark for the side of Team Spirit. But then again, Ustanian denies it, denies to a point that shutting down every step of the way, and to a point that Team Spirit could not do anything.
Yep, their pacing was just that much faster, right? And the usage of the skills as well. Kid Bomba, yes, he does have the execution strike, but it pales in comparison to the speed of what Justinian has in his kit on that Joy. He's able to just melt down not just Kid Bomba, but the entirety of Team Spirit. So Team Spirit have a bit of homework to do as they go into the second game. We will do our own homework here with the breakdown on the stats, the items as well. And Bunny, what is your expectation after taking a look at such a dominant performance on the side of Mad Bulls?
I feel like again I loved the draft. It was such balance between two teams, and to a point that I was expecting there's going to be a back and forth. Team Spirit will be able to actually pull through and maybe make it an epic comeback for themselves. But then again, Team Mad Bulls, they do not stop. They don't hesitate. They definitely push in straight away for the aggression, and that's the reason why the moment when Team Spirit having a little bit of consciousness on their end, even try to actually slow things down. Team Mad Bulls does not slow the pace, and they move in, striking straight Team Spirit at their own guts.
Yep, that's right. And Mad Bulls, I like the fact that they're really stingy with the way that they use their skills and their big ultimates, right? They
Mhm.
never really used it until the dying moments of the
Mm.
game. You could see, the Grok was holding his wild charge up to the last moment, and that's when the stunts came in. They got the lockdown onto one shot as well, and that really changed the game and the fight, right? Because that's when Justinian had the recovery and went back into the fray, got the kills, and most importantly, they left Hiko for last.
Agree, definitely. And even we saw in the early stages as well, Lovely, he was doing well all on his own. He was like taking one shot every single time. He was able to actually fight it off 1v1 and denying every movement that was giving to the side of Nolan. And this is the fact,
Ayos
one
ba
shot
yun?
was
Tapos
having
na.
trouble
Jumibs lang ako
to
eh.
farm it out, trying to actually buff himself. Going into the side of Don't as well. Don't was just superb, getting 10 kills to 1-1 on himself. That's just amazing for both Justinian as well as Don't.
Yeah, and funnily enough, Maniac here only 24% team fight participation, but it felt like he was just fighting the whole game.
Mm-hmm. Agree, definitely. I think that pretty much every time we keep on seeing Maniac being tagged off, I was expecting he had the most participation, but I think it's because that he didn't actually go in for the fight. It's pretty much all of the players of Team Spirit tried to gang up, and he was just moving away, like he's just surviving all of those shots, all of the skills that have been put out. But MVP will be in the hands of Don't with 10 to 1-1 kill participation, 65% and 750 GPM.
Yep, I think we all suffered the same fate as Team Spirit, right? We were so busy looking at Justinian, we were so busy looking at Maniac, nobody noticed Don't, and all of a sudden, he's out with 10 kills? That was insane.
Agree. I mean, he was roaming around. He was literally getting a lot of
Legit
his
yan yung
own
hack to,
buff. He was
par.
actually farming off. I think started out
It's
on
okay,
his
thing is
own lane.
legit, bro.
Definitely, we
Alright,
can
let's
see
go.
the same pattern that was done on the previous
Right,
matchup
guys, sorry, we need to
from
speak in
Team Falcon
English.
as well. If you leave out your goal lane just to be all by himself, no contest whatsoever, he will be farming off and he will be having a lot
Di
of
gana, Kuya
the level up
Kobe
for
eh. Mas
himself.
maganda nanonood
And
lang
he
kasi
picked
tayo
the
eh.
perfect time to come
Di
into
naman
the
tayo
team fight
nag-shout
right
just
after he had the
today.
gold spike as well.
Diba?
Two of the items, if you notice, he had the
Pero salamat.
spike piercer, so he was able to deal a
No
lot of
problem.
damage to the other sides of Team Spirit. And rightly so, like you mentioned, right after he gets the gold spike, he's going to start roaming around the
Kaya
map.
magkasya
He was
HOK.
literally
Soon,
all
soon
over,
enough.
getting the kills from all over
Sure
the map
na.
as well.
Agree, definitely. And that was it. The nuisance that coming off
Surety
from
na guys,
Don't
surety.
after he already have a lot of economies in his hand. He was already having a lot of level ups. He will definitely be entitled to actually do a lot of scrimmage, helping the teammate to get the kills, to finish it off to
Uy,
Team
panalo,
Spirit.
Mad
And
Bulls.
that's the reason why Team Spirit could not do anything if you have Don't
Panis.
on that side of Team Mad Bulls.
Dang!
Yeah, so now the big question for the side of Team
Mad Bulls
Spirit
won,
is
bro.
how can they stop this charging bull? Take a look at what the
Lakas
game
naman
went,
na
how
ito.
it went down, right? Sabo doing his best to go up against Justinian in the early
malakas
levels,
talaga to.
but it is a joy, right? And he has a one level advantage.
Pero
This
pang
was a
finals yan
very
to, no?
nice first blood with the Guardian's
Mad
Barrier. Not
Bulls,
the
pre.
only kill he was going to get with the Guardian's Barrier as
Sai
well.
Mahu.
You'll be able to see it later, hopefully in the highlights.
Dang.
It did have some magical moments on the side of Team Spirit, but it was just not enough.
I mean, that was it. They got that 4 kills
Sai
and it
Mahu,
was
papi.
stuck there. The moment when you had that 4 kills, you managed to trade it off. But after that, it was all Mad Bulls show. It was all for them to just utilize and giving more damage to Team Spirit, and they managed to just shut down every single step of the way that King Boba tried
Alright,
to go.
guys,
So penalty ended up
so
didn't
tonight we're going to
actually,
watch
manage to
Liquid
pull through, and
PH
Team Mad Bulls
versus
just damaging even more further along the line.
Yep, they always started the fights with Maniac going in like
versus
crazy, which is why they actually got this one pick off
FCAP.
onto
Right.
Maniac here. But that
Chillers,
was the
Chillers
only
papers.
time they had any advantage at all, as they ended the game with a full team wipe here, getting access into the final crystal as well. So Mad Bulls, strong performance, strong
Ay,
momentum.
luban ko malakas eh.
Question is, can they continue this
Abangan nyo na
and
lang, boss.
kick Team Spirit down into the lower bracket?
Pang YouTube yun.
Again, drafting wise, there was no mistake whatsoever between two teams. I think for a fact that it was just pretty much all the persecution that was needed to be done by both sides, and I think Mad Bulls just have the idea much more better off, and their aggression was just too much to bear that Team Spirit could not do anything to stop them.
Wow.
Yep, teammates in arms here. Mad Bulls looking like the
Kailan live
stronger
mo?
team at this
Lapit
point
na,
against
boss.
Team
Soon
Spirit.
enough.
Now the big question is,
Abangan
as
nyo na lang,
we
mga
head
bossy.
into the band
Abang-abang
pick
lang.
phase for the second game of the series, this could be the potential decider, right? If Mad Bulls get their way, they will
Parang
2-0
tapos na,
Team
feeling ko.
Spirit, making an even cleaner performance
sense an
than
early
the
game,
grand
bro.
finals in the previous tournament.
Agree, definitely started out really good
Guys,
for Team
meron
Mad
yan.
Bulls, and this is
Sobrang
where
gagaling ng mga
you
shoutcaster
definitely
ngayon.
want to actually
Lahat
ask the question.
sobrang gagaling
You want to
na.
actually ban out that Thomas. You want to actually make sure that at least
Legit
Team Mad
yan.
Bulls does not get that tankiness from the start. Because if you have Maniac given that opportunity to have control of that Thomas, it's not gonna be easy for you to push it. And even so,
Sobrang
we do
gagaling
see
na,
that
boss.
Lovely with Grok also having a lot of success along the line. He was always able to actually get the kills by himself as well with that guardian barrier as well, and this is something to figure out whether or not
Super
Team Spirit
gagaling na
wants
ng
to
mga
actually
caster ngayon.
counter it back, making sure that at least not much of the tankiness will be taken by Team Mad Bulls.
That's right. Now, there will be some changes towards the draft as well. I think if they do pick up the Joy again, perhaps they can look at a Franco. Yes, high difficulty in executing that particular strat in professional gameplay, but it's much easier to get the lockdown on a Joy if that's the case. But you know what? From what I've seen
Talo
from Mad
ko,
Bulls,
Chachis!
they will switch it up immediately. They won't even allow you to think in the same train of thought.
Oh, that is true. That I kind of agree on that note, because every time we see that Mad Bulls will bring back the same gameplay, turns out on the next one they switch it up and making sure that their opponent cannot expect what they're gonna actually bring up for the next technique. Maybe this one is already defense, but now they're gonna actually go in for the burst. They're gonna actually make sure that they will be going for all aggression, putting out to their team opponent. But
Aggression
let's see
gaming.
if that's gonna be the case here for the next match.
Yeah, and you know what, Bunny? The one thing that I find really cool is that, you know, you mentioned about that previous tournament they were in, right? And they put it to a 5-4 result. So in the long run, it felt like Mad Bulls had the potential. So it looks like they were working on ending the series even faster, and it looks like Mad Bulls have found the formula, right? They definitely want to blitz Team Spirit away with a clean 2-0.
Oh, agree, definitely. I mean, it when it comes down to what I have seen previously, Team Spirit
Kamali ako,
was
boss!
in a better momentum, and even coming into that grand final as well, Team Spirit was the one who had the first point. But
dami
then,
kang error.
as Mad Bulls
Dami kang
managed to
error,
actually
boss.
pull through and making a composition of coming back, pulling the 3 points on themselves, that was when I think Team Spirit was trying to actually falter it off as well, trying to actually steal away, making sure that they prolong all of that series into their end. But here's the thing. Can Team Spirit do the same case here for our upper bracket? Will they be the one to drop, or will they be able to actually prolong this match series, as we see Team Spirit so far drafting wise as well, but just needed a little more push when it comes to fighting off with Team Mad Bulls?
Yep, I think Team Spirit fans, of course, they'll be rooting for the team to even this series up. But on the flip side, the Mad Bull fans, they're looking for the killing blow in this second game of the series. You know what? I'm going to place my confidence with the Mad Bulls. I think they will have the ability to close it out. But it's just an
out sa'yo,
opinion. We'll see what the
COC.
facts are as we head into the second game of the series here. Band picks, any expectations from you, Bunny?
Oh, I feel like definitely they're going to go out for this second match, because the fact is, you talked about how you're gonna put your hopes on the side of Matt Bulls, right? I'm gonna mirror that as well, because so far started out really good. Every single composition that have been put out by Team Rebel is very beautiful, very perfection, and it's gonna be the same case here for the side of second match as well. Team Spirit on the line, I think again, like I said, take away those tankiness. You got to make sure that at least shut down any option that is given to the side of Team Rebels if they want to actually guard off again for this matchup.
Yep, depending on which side they're on, I think Team Spirit might consider taking up that Thamos themselves, right? At the same time, if they are not first pick, I would assume that the Maniac Thamos should be
What
up
is
for
jungle?
bans, because I think it's
Tagalog
too
term.
much of an enabler. It's
Are you
too
not,
strong in the
Pinoy?
hands of Maniac as well. Everything else, I think,
Aren't you
can be
Filipino,
dealt with.
Sputnik?
Agree, definitely. I mean, pretty much we do see Matt Bulls, even though they might not have the taboos, they might be able to stall Grok coming back again. So those are the things that are needed to be talked about here inside the side of Team Matt Bulls, because even though you put out the Tamos, you still have the Kufra to be put out for Matt Bulls as well, and we saw the success coming in from Matt Bulls from yesterday as well when they fought off with
They're
Team
from
Aurora.
Brunei.
So this
So
is
you're not
something, no
Pinoy.
matter how much you try to actually hold
thought
it
you're
off, at least
Filipino.
try to find a barrier that can pull out any stunts that we've given up from Team Matt Bulls to shut off the aggression to the side of Team Spirit.
Yeah, so a couple of things that we can definitely expect. I think we can expect very heavy invasions into the jungle as well. That's what they did in the mid game, right? They really just starved the one shot of any of the purple buffs. A couple of orange buffs were stolen as well, but it was just about the cooldown reduction, right? That was the main point for the side of Mad Bulls. They didn't allow one shot to come back into the games, get his fractures in. He was literally non-existent.
Agree, definitely. I mean, it was such a struggle to the side of Team Spirit, because we wanted Nolan, we wanted to have at least one shot, have an opportunity to fight against the team of Mad Bulls, and that was the struggle. Despite no matter how much
Sputnik, go to
Dawn
Google
as well as
Translate.
Justinian pushing towards the side of Team Mad Bulls, and that was the reason why no matter
Sorry,
much
guys,
Team Spirit
trying
tried
to
to
fix
actually
something.
hold the
So we're
ground,
waiting for,
try to
game
defend
number
it wise,
2
it was
to
not
happen.
enough damage to pull
There you
through to
go.
a point that Team
There
Mad
it
Bulls was
is.
still in the upper hand. Going into Team
Alright,
Spirit
let's go.
banning, Loyi as well as Roger been taken
Was that
away,
an
and
an
Jushin
easy
has
game
been banned
for
by
game
Mad
1?
Bulls.
Yeah, so I like this. Like I said, they will shake it up a little bit. They have to change the formula in which they play the game. Now, it's going to be Zaz and Zusing ban as well for the side of Mad Bulls. And I think the advantage definitely going to be in the hands of Mad Bulls.
Okay. Again, take away that tankiness. You know for a fact that's the reason why you're having struggleness. If you don't ban that Tamos, it's gonna give that opportunity for Mad Bulls to survive it out.
Oh,
Reaper
Sputnik,
as well as
because
Maniac is not to be messed
Jungle,
around
yeah,
when it comes
Jungle
to
is the right
tankiness, and we see
But
how
if
Lovely
you're
also
from the
was able to do so.
Philippines,
So it's either those
there's
are the
always a
couple
lot
of
of
things that
stress
Team
in
Spirit will be needing to look forward
saying
to,
the
try to
vowels.
actually shut down any
So
attempts
if
of
you're
Mad
from the
Bulls being
Philippines,
much more
you will hear a lot of
buffness
jungle,
inside
you will
the
hear,
game
you will hear a
itself.
lot of water.
Okay, so
Like
they will
that.
not take the risk to open up the chip.
If you want
they
a
will
Filipino
ban that
accent,
out instead. Now,
you
this
stress
of
the
course
vowels.
opens the doors
Water.
once again for
What are the
Thamos
other
to be
words?
taken.
Oh, and we do see that Edith also been banned out. The interesting part is that we know Sao,
Mobile,
he might be
like
coming
that.
back with
Legends.
it's going to
There
be
we go.
Tamos been stolen, and I like that the fact they don't ban it up, but they steal it against Mad Bulls, denying of them using that
Naloko tayo nito ni
tankiness.
Sputnik, parang Pinoy
Yeah,
ka naman.
I mean, that's a guarantee, right? Take a page out of the books that of the team that won you.
You're kidding,
and
right?
Thamos was definitely a big problem. So now you can see Mad Bulls, they have to reconsider. Yes, you have success with Thamos, but do you know how to play against it?
Oh, that is true. I mean, if you have been very amazing, try to
Alright,
actually
guys.
buff it out, giving a little, really good defense-wise, are you able to actually counter it off again? I think there's a possibility they know for a fact for this matter. I think they're going to actually
Harit.
go in You got
Minotaur.
Harriet in line.
Terisla pa rin.
Tarizla in the hands of
Terisla for,
Maniac. Instead, they take away Terizla from
Mad
Team
Bulls.
Spirit. So this is 2 stolen on the side of Team Mad Bulls.
Feeling ko Minotaur ka na
Okay,
dito.
now they will mirror the previous draft taken by Team Spirit. But this time, Team Spirit changed it up a little bit. They will have Hiko go on the Moskov and Savo going on the Minotaur. So there's good heals, there's good control, and more importantly is the fact that Hiko will have the ability to split push and still join
Tormino!
teammates.
Agree, definitely. And again, is it going to be
Tormino!
Grok on the side of Lovely? We saw how it was amazing coming in,
Aurora
but it's
yan.
going to be Ripper giving the opportunity
Aurora.
to get Aurora. First of all, I think again, Mad Bulls switching again their side. They know for a fact previously it was just much of the tankiness, much of them trying to actually
Aurora mo na yan,
survive so
bossing.
much to a point that Team Spirit could not do. Now they want to go in for the burst, the damage wise. They are prioritizing here for the start.
Yeah, really like it, and the fact that they ban on the Vexana, it kind of dwindles and diminishes the fighting potential on the side of Team Spirit, right? With the Eternal Guard, it's a lot of control, it's also a lot of burst, and actually not really burst, damage over time, I would expect. Now, Team Spirit, they will try for the 4th ban going into the hands of the Alpha.
Aurora Boulevard.
Okay, now Team Spirit is coming back to actually use the technique that Mabus did against them. I feel like they're mirroring what has happened during the first matchup, and they're trying to actually counter it back and see if it's going to be in the favor of Team Spirit. Now, we have still open up for the mid lane, and there's a possibility maybe we got Alpha has already been banned out. Novaria also has been taken off from the picks as well. Maybe Zas can... Oh, wait. Zas has already banned as well. So there's a possibility maybe they might actually pick out another one to
walang
actually
Vexana,
be in
nakaban
the side
pala.
of Team Spirit for the mid.
Well,
So
Valentina
Lilia.
is still an option,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They could
Lilia,
steal
Lilia.
the penalty zone coming in from this side of
Lilia, baby.
Mad Bulls. But let's see, it's going to be the Kufa. They want to deal with Don't. The bouncing ball definitely going to be adept at stopping Don't from dashing in and out during the Zaman Force duration.
Oh, lalo maganda
Hayabusa
mag
been
Lilia.
picked out
Lilia
by
mo na,
Justinian.
boss.
Okay, looking good. The fact that they are going to make sure that they will be able to actually go in for the back lane. Oh, as you said it, Valentina been picked out by Sunset Lover.
Sabi mo eh.
I'm just gonna say, you know, I've dreamt of this moment for some reason. I'm experiencing deja vu right now. Unfortunately, I don't have a deja vu of what the result will be, but I like this draft coming out from Team Spirit.
Ooh, okay, Valentina right at the mid,
Valentine.
and this can actually be a good balance off coming up from Team
Nolan.
Spirit, and they got the Nolan back into their positioning. I think that hopefully this could be a better job, and hopefully they will not deny any of the farming side, because previously that was the reason why One Shot was not able to do as much damage they could to the side of Mad Bulls. But Grok back again inside the lovely hands. Oh, I feel again the drafting wise of Team Mad Bull is still in a better upper hand compared to what we see from Team Spirit, but it could actually surprise us off here for the second match.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to stand in the other camp here. I really like Team Spirit's draft. Simply because I like to play Valentina, right? And one of the things that people don't expect is that you can actually use the Shadow Kill to maximum effect. Based on the fact that they have Don't, right? So if Sunset Lover actually gets the steal onto the Shadow Kill, I know a lot of people are gonna say, hey, he doesn't have a lot of physical damage, but when they're low on health, so what if you don't have physical damage? You won't be
Pero
able
pwede
to
rin
go
mag-game
up
3 eh.
singular targets.
Oh, that's actually a good note coming up on that
Game
side.
3 do eh.
But now, straight, we are going in. Team Spirit second match versus Mad Bulls. Is it going to be what we are predicting? Is it going to be what we are expecting? Right off the bat, they're going to go in straight for their own buff.
Right, game number 2, Team Spirit going up
Game
against Mad
number
Bulls.
2.
Looking for the victory on the side of Mad Bulls and looking to tie things up for Team Spirit. Who will walk away with winners in this second game?
All right, I do see that don't try to actually overextend, try to actually
Mad
pull
Bulls,
in to
pre.
fight with 1v1 with
Galit
Hiko,
na yan, men.
but
Mga
at the same
ganyan.
time, Hiko doesn't overextend, doesn't want to overpush it, so they're just like a big back and forth coming in right this instant. And as we see, they're gonna go in straight to the
Wow.
top side,
Galit
and
na yan, mga
they
ganyan
did
pa.
manage to actually steal away.
The goal prep, right? So,
Yeah.
so at this point, you know, Justinian, he has a very important job this game, right? In order for them to win, he needs to put them at a disadvantage, meaning he needs to get the first few kills. Maybe he can get it here, but the passive, no, there's no passive on Sunset Lover. He gets first blood. Justinian gets it, gets the advantage for Mad Bulls, and this is the right start for them.
A great start
Galing
out
naman nun.
coming in from the side of
Justinian.
Team Mad Bulls. And now, they're gonna actually
guys,
try to
nood lang
push
kayo,
in right to that mid turret,
Nood lang
giving
kayo,
a lot of
guys.
pressure
Nood
to
lang kayo.
Sao. Despite we do see that Sunset coming back, it was just a great start. I mean, Justinian, steal away that goal grab.
Manood
And not
kayo.
only that, overextending straight to shut
Manood
down
lang
Valentina
kayo.
on the process. I feel like that's already giving a lot of advantage. Now pushing it straight to Sao. It's a little bit more. Ooh, use it. But Andy finish it off. But Sao managed to stop him in the process. But Ripper makes it come through, making sure that they will get the second blood.
Beautiful damage distribution coming out from the side of the Mad Bulls, and yes, the momentum is still in their hands. They will allow one shot to work on this first turtle of the game, but I think Justinian should still have time to access this. Here we go. Shadow Clones, he's walking in. Can he get the steal? Will not get the steal. Tries to go for the kill instead. Will, you know, just phase out. At this point, it's looking good, but Reaper is falling a bit low. So they trade out a turtle. They don't get any kills. So Team Spirit, small win.
Small wins.
Patay!
Yes,
Sayang.
It doesn't at least it gives a lot of glimpse hope for the side
Sayang.
of team. Not to worry much as the fact that even though they
Sayang.
having a little bit of difficulty, there was a little bit of shaky movement coming in from the side of Team Mad Bulls, but it was still enough for them to pull through away from any casualty, and that was needed for the side of Team Mad Bulls. Team Spirit, nevertheless, they could not connect the dot. They could not at least trade it off for themselves, and this is going to give a lot of even leads to the side of Team Mad Bulls.
Yeah, Mad Bulls now at 2 kills ahead of Team Spirit. They have about 1,000 gold ahead. Now, Justinian gonna work on the gold crack in the top lane. If they get this, that's gonna extend the lead. Here we go. Wild Charge committed as well. That's another kill. Sawo gonna be taken down. One more. Sunset Lover does have the Wild Charge as well. Could turn it around. They're looking for it. Spear of Destruction lands onto Justinian. Will he jump in? The health bars are a little low, but he will not commit.
Lovely. Also trying to slow it down. Ripper almost
Ripper.
able to tag off Sunset Lover in the process, but Team Spirit knows
Mad
when
Bulls
to
eh,
pull
lugi sa
out
galaw sila,
from
Team
any emergency stop. So this is
Bren
the
pa rin
reason
ba coach
why
nito?
at least there's a chance. But Team Mad Bull, aggression from the start till now is not looking
Bren
so
the
good for
coach,
Team
guys?
Spirit.
Yeah, they just know where Team Spirit are at, right? This is
We have
really
Brandon.
scary because Mad Bulls seem to have, you know, the read on the game that Team Spirit have in mind.
Yeah, exactly. And you're letting Justinian having a lot of farming ability, a lot of the cover off from each angle to another angle. This is going to give even more tougher for Team Spirit to come through. And we do see that right here. As much as time goes by, it's already into the 4 minutes 26 seconds. Team Spirit still struggling to get into any baseline of Team Mad Bulls.
Yep, Lovely. Right now, he only has one job, and that's the buy time, right? Number 1, buy time. Number 2, give vision on how many of the Team Spirit members are here. In the meantime, Justinian, he's going to try and look for any freebies, right? If they get a kill here, it's going to be great for the side of Mad Bulls. And this is why you see Lovely just keeping his eyes out for any threats coming in from Team Spirit.
And we're still waiting for one shot to pass through because we do see that he is also being untouched, try to actually farm it out
Ang galing
on
ng
his
isang
own.
caster.
Is it going to be enough? Now, they're going to contest for the turtle.
Galing nila.
Team Bubbles is already prepared. And we do see Sao as information. One shot coming in with Sunset Liver. And Keep Bomba try to go in for the penalty, but he will be
Salamat,
denied
Josh
instantly. As the process
Rodriguez.
comes through, it's going to be Justinian who shuts down and gets the turtle.
One shot.
Yeah, but they get the turtle, but can they get out? Right now, it's going to be 2 kills
It's a good
for the
day.
side of Team Spirit. Then recovers some far from that. But of course, the turtle actually went into the hands of Mad Bull.
Boot
They still
takers.
have the lead of 700 goals on themselves. Trade it off for that 2. It doesn't matter. Still in the lead for Team Map Bulls, but a little bit risky, a little bit shakiness. Team
Ay,
Spirit
parang-
knows this is where they might be having
Parang
a
game
good fine
three,
line.
game three ba?
Don't on the other upper hand. Right now, try to fight
it a
off with
game
1v2
three, bro?
between Hiko as well as Liver. He might be able to actually buff it out for that gold crab. And in the process, Justinian coming in for a fight with 1shot. He tried to make through, but 1shot managed to move away before he was taken out.
Yep, Shadowkill will not make the cut here against
Is it a
one
game
shot,
3?
unfortunately. So Mad Bulls, they have to be content with just defending at this point. 3 members on the side of Team Spirit looking to put the pressure in mid. Meanwhile, top lane, like you mentioned before, Don't already has at T1 fall. And this is Team Spirit in control of
Is it
the
a game
map,
3,
generally,
pre?
at least in the north
Is it a
and,
game 3?
at the top.
Okay, looking good. I'm liking the fact that at least Team Spirit is also doing a really good recomposure. They managed to actually defend it off so far. We do see that right now they're going to go in fight with Hiko. Hiko struggling 2v1. It's going to be Eustaden who takes him down. And now it's going to be an opening for them to at least equalize the number. Gets the turret as well. But 1shot is right here to prepare to at least defend it wisely. And unfortunately, they're not able to do so. They're not able to actually at least equilibrium. But Team Map Bulls has what it takes to actually pull through. Ripper, right on the target, right distance, will be taken out by 1shot.
Beautiful movement, Team Spirit. Then they hit their stride. Can he get the kill? Lovely. The conceal saves his life. In the meantime, Don't gonna use the Zaman Force to get out as well. He
Zaman
equalizes
Force.
the deficit. And right now, Team Spirit, they may have gotten the 1 kill, but it's not gonna be worth it if they don't take any objectives at this point, which is why they're gonna be focusing on this 3rd and last turtle.
Coming in for the pick right now as they contested out 1shot, moves back away. Maniac coming in through. It's gonna be Dawn, and Maniac managed to shut down for the penalty, but 1shot moves away. Sunset Lover on the other note. We do see that they're gonna actually tag off Maniac with Sour on the line, but Turtle has already been taking. Now 1shot come through to shut down Team Mad Bulls.
Yep, good composition here and positioning by the side of Team Spirit. Justinian going up against Kid Bamba will not be able to make it out. The Shadow Clones are coming in. Will not get that wind charge. He gets his life taken away from him. And at this point, Team Spirit are getting stronger and stronger.
I mean, amazing job coming in from Team Spirit to come back alive again to shut down Team Rebel. Started out really good, and now coming in
what
for a
was that?
fight.
What a wall charge! It is going to be Kid Bamba getting the kills for the team as well. And Mad Bulls have been taken by the horns. Team Spirit, they do fall. Kid Bamba will be taken out, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Reaper takes the fall for his team as well. Here comes Sunset Lover going in with Arcane Shade as well. as
Shout
the
out to
second
you,
skill. Now, it is going to
MLTM.
be even. Team Spirit,
Grabe.
they have won that fight
Thank
6-6. They
you.
even out the kills.
They
Thank
even
you,
out the
bossy.
kills and even getting all the goals on their line as well. They having the lead right now, bringing it back to Team Spirit, and this is what we see somehow. It was a successful coming in from Mad Bulls, but Team Spirit making it through with a really good composure with Kid Bomba. I mean, like, amazing side of this of that Tamos to be used it out, and here Maniac having a little bit of struggle, coming in for a fight right now with 1shot as well as Hiko.
Yep, and this is why the Valentina is so scary, right? That was a huge one, and here we go. Shadowkill will not make the mark.
Patay.
Uses the Shadow
Uy,
Clone to get
sayang.
out, but here we go.
Ooh.
Just a little bit. Justinian, he's still not out of the woods just
Oh.
yet. He will be taken down as they surround him and take him out. Team Spirit are on form.
He might be evading the spear, but Sunset Liver was just not done. And Eustaden, unfortunately, will be shut down
Nagche-chess
instantly,
ako.
giving a lot
Chess
of
gaming.
this lifeline. Even the leads coming in from Team Spirit. Lot is open up. 1shot knows this is an opportunity for them to take down Team Mad Bulls.
Yeah, I really
Just gaming,
like
guys.
this from Team Spirit here. Very good back and forth games. They will not have access into the Lord. First Lord of the game should go into the hands of Team Spirit, and yes, they will gladly take it.
Wow. Team Mad Bull, the moment you lost Eustaden, that's when you faltered down, and it's going to actually have a lot of potential for Team Spirit right this instant to come through to at least takes down a lot of the barriers of the turrets.
Yep, at this point, Hiko has hit the mark. He should have the Holy Trifecta completed as well. Golden Staff into his hands. If we could look at the items, that would be great. But nonetheless, let's take a look at the rotations by Team Spirits. Now, the job is to sync up the waves. And Bunny, I don't know about you, but it feels like Team Spirit should have this game in the bag, man.
Agree, definitely. I mean, started out really good on Team Mad Bulls, but now it's like it's an overturn for Team Spirit, right? And then going in right now for the mid lane, they're gonna clear out that turret as the time goes by. They're trying to actually tag off. We do see that coming in for the fight at the moment. We do wait for at least Kim Boba try to find a way to pull through. It seems that they try to fight off on the top with Justinian, doesn't make it off, but at least the defense-wise coming in from Team Rebel still have the potential to at least shut down any attempts from Team Spirit to get into their base.
Yeah, that's why I really like the Team Spirit draft at the start of the game, and they're making it work, right? At this point in Mad Bulls, you can keep them leashed and capped in terms of growth. You can win the game from there.
Okay, let's see if this is going to be a good composition coming in. They try to actually shut down Sao just a little bit, try to actually hold them down, but it's not going to be easy. Sao comes through, still be able to actually buff things out, try to heal it back, but Team Mad Bulls, they look a little bit clueless. They look a little bit cautious right now, and they try to pick out a really good fight, trying to figure out who they want to actually shut down first of all, and making sure that they find an opening to take down Team Spirit.
Right. Now, patience is key here. They still have about 65 seconds before the huge objective, right? So they're going to try and sync up the waves, make it difficult, get the waves crashing. So Mad Bulls have to clear out the waves, but that's not the only benefit, right? The second benefit is that the fact that they will know where the different members of Mad Bulls are at.
Oh, Justinian looking over to side of Hiko. He's going to go in straight to fight it off. Shutting down Hiko first of all. That's going to be an opening that is needed for Team Mad Bull. But he has to back off because Sao and Sunset Liver is already on his gate.
Very nice now.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed, but Justinian will be taken out, and the death timer, he's not going to make it in time. Kid Bomber jumps back into the fray. This could be a team wipe. Don't on the back lines. He's trying his best, but there will not be enough damage. Maniac is doing 1v3, will not get the kill. Maybe he gets rid of Kid Bomber, will do so, but on the back lines, don't gets taken out as a godlike is going to come out for one shot. This is a killing blow for the side of Team Spirit.
4 trades to 2. That's enough for Team Spirit to lead the way even more further along the line. Lord is open for them to take. One Shot knows this is their opportunity for finishing off this game straight away. Team Rebels, they had a really good start. I mean, like, the idea of Justinian try to actually shut down Hiku first of all, it was super, but he forgot. One Shot, Sunset Level was already there with Sao to clear things out, and that was the trade that was needed from Team Spirit. And now, Team Rebels looking even more shaky than ever.
Yeah, this is where the draft of Team Spirit makes more sense, right? Savo probably went for the Boots of Favor as well.
Talagang pinagbababangga pero sa kabilang banda.
Oasis, right? To complement the sustain on Kid Bomber. Now, with 2 major tanks on the side of Team Spirit, how do you fight into that?
So again, you've got to find the weakness. You have to find a weak spot, try to make sure. But Hiko doing a lot of nuisance here right at the bottom as well, pushing down towards the side of Team Mad Bull. Lord is already in, and right now Sunset Level also trying to pull through. Lord will be taken out. Great defense coming in from the side of Team Mad Bulls, but King Boba looking for an opportunity. If he actually managed to actually take down at least one of the players of Team Mad Bull, it could be an opening for the side of Team Spirit. But then again, right this instant, the minion is coming through.
Yep, they are 1 unit. Kid Bomber jumps onto the back lines. They want to pincer them in as well. Jumping in, they destroy the T3. There is no more health bars on the side of Mad Bull. They grab them by the horns. They control them.
Dang!
Right now, just the 3 members left. What can they do against a 5-man strong Team Spirit?
Even Justinian could not shut down Hiko or even one shot to a point that there was so much damage to put out that Team Spirit is in a better lead. Now looking for the closure right this instant. Justinian and Reaper going in for Dawn first of all. Dawn will be taken out. Reaper also been shot down. Justinian is left all alone. Will be clear out, but he survived it out. But it's going to be a win for Team Spirit for this match number 2.
Boy, do we have a game on our hands. 1-1, a comeback by Team Spirit.
Wow. Expected more from Team Mad Bulls, but as time goes by, the drafting made it even more sense for Team Spirit to a point that they could not do anything. If you give or you have that opportunity to leave out that Tamus to the hands of Team Spirit, they will do a counter-attack, mirror what you have done towards them on that match number 1. And this is what we see here, what we have done, what Team Spirit have done towards to Mad Bulls.
Really crazy play by Team Spirit. taking a page out of the opponent's map balls here, really controlling them throughout the entirety of the game.
That was just a great job coming in from Team Spirit. I'm loving the comeback. Started out, I think we talked about how Matt Bull was the one who was at the lead. They looked really nice. They were looking really good composure coming in from Team Matt Bulls. There was a lot of the leads on their side as well, despite the fact that yes, they were denied of the turtle. It was back and forth coming in, but then we saw how Justinian steal away the goal buff as well. They were
Diyan lang
trying
kayo,
to
guys,
actually at least get the crap on their side, but it was still not enough because you have people destroying all of the opportunity, and then you have even the fact that even one shot still surviving, and Sunset Lover, your Valentina, not able to do so to actually shut him out, and Sao having a really good backup on the line, and that's the reason why there's no way Mad Bull will able to penetrate to the baseline of Team Spirit.
Yeah, Mad Bulls, they had a pretty straightforward win condition, right? But it was a difficult one to achieve, and that was to get the early game lead. They needed that snowball to allow Justinian to really just create havoc at the backlines. But the moment they lost that advantage, it was just Team Spirit
bad game
all
for Mad
the way.
Bulls.
Agree, definitely. I mean,
am I right?
Great patch up, good composure, good comeback.
Okay lang kayo dyan, guys.
Now there's gonna be an
Goods lang
opportunity,
kayo.
at least for prolonged. Mad Bulls, you're not going to get away with just sweep. You're not going to be able to actually just get away into the next semifinals just easily, because Team Spirit is shutting that opportunity and effort, and they have that one chance to pull through and making sure that at least they're not going into the low bracket that easily.
Yeah, okay, Bunny, let me know if you agree with me. I think we might be foreshadowing a potential
Sunday,
grand
abangan
finals
nyo,
match
Choke,
as well.
Choke
Both
live tayo
of
Sunday.
these teams look really strong.
Agree, definitely.
Live.
I mean, like, this is a history to repeat itself. We talked about how they were already the
live
grand
Sunday,
finals
guys.
from the previous tournament they've already came out with, and then now pushing it into the upper bracket is as if we're repeating again what has happened.
11.
And I feel the fact
August 11
that
is the official
now
start.
Team Spirit is much more secure. They're much more covering all the grounds, because remember what we talked about, the funny note that how Met Bulls was able to get away with the champions is because of they were not securing their lanes. They didn't realize that the bot was doing their job, going into their baseline, and they were too preoccupied just trying to fight off with Met Bulls, and Met Bulls gets away with it because of the funny thoughts of the bot still surviving to the top of their base. But Team Spirit now looking better than ever. They're looking even more composed. They look like as if they've already have the research against Matt Bull, and they can actually counter back what has been put out from that match number 1.
Yep, and these are the marks of
Marco
the
Polo.
champion material, right? You need to be adaptable. You need to know how to make yourself comfortable in uncomfortable situations, and Team Spirit did, right? So not only did they take a page out of the Mad Bulls book, they executed it to perfection in this second game. Now, the question is, some teams struggle with closing out series. And at this point, I don't think either of them, struggle to close out series, but this is a tough competition. So I'm not going to put you through the stress of choosing a side, right? But the expectation, I think, definitely has been raised for both of these teams.
Agree, definitely. I mean, like, a team of Spirit as well as Team Mad Bulls have definitely have a great potential to actually go into the grand finals. They made us even expecting that they might be able to actually pull through. And now going into the post game breakdown, I feel like going into team fight, we saw how one shot, he was the one, he was the game changer with Sunset Lover. He made it through, even though despite Justinian try to actually take down Hiko, he made it all worthwhile to Team Spirit to still survive it out.
Yep, a total damage, I think, of 80, close to 90,000 combined for the side of Sunset Lover and Kid Bomber as well. That's why the Thamos is so scary. That's also why a Valentina is extremely dangerous to play against, right? They offered them so many different ultimates to steal, the shadow kill, the penalty zone, and that lovely flicker wild charge, stolen wild charge by Sunset Lover at the tier 2 in the mid. Insane from Sunset Lover.
Agree, definitely. And going into the post breakdown of Mad Bulls, they were struggling. It started out really good. They definitely had the early games on their side, but then pushing through, it seems that Ripper was having easily been tagged off, being taken away from their teammates, and that's the reason why it was a lot of barriers open up for Team Spirit. And we got the MVP right here, one shot with 804 KDA, 80% of kill participation, and 793 GPM.
Yep, and he was not even done yet. Last itemization would have been the immortality, and to be honest, they didn't even need it. They were surviving pretty well. Right, now I have to give a shout out to the Valentina Sunset Level. I really liked his gameplay there. He was one of the main game changers that allowed One Shot and Hiko to really just be at their peak, at their best throughout the entire match itself. Now, the big question for them is, can they repeat this performance against Mad Bulls? We know it's going to be a back and forth situation. We'll take a look at how One Shot's map presence was later on, but let's take a look at the highlights here. First kill going into Justinian with a perfect start, right? Getting the kill onto Sunset Lover as well.
Agree, definitely. That was a really good startup coming in from Team Bulls. They know who they want to actually fought off. They managed to actually steal the turtle as well on their end. But then at what cost? Because One Shot comes through. This is where the trades come in, and they were having a lot of struggle because they managed to actually at least start it off. Even Keep Bomba managed to shut down Justinian with One Shot help, shutting him down and making it even more worse for Team Bulls. The turtle didn't even matter because they were winning all of those kills.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, this is where the swing really started to come. 7-7. One Shot getting a couple of kills as well. The Lord was never in question for the side of Team Spirit. They always had it, and the team fight potential, simply because of this Thamos pick, was just monstrous from the side of Team Spirit.
And this is coming to the question, right? If you don't want to ban it, you will be stolen, and this is what we see from Team Spirit. And it was open to be taken. It's open to be taken, or it will be banned off. So the question is, will Team Mad Bulls ban it off or try to steal it away from the side of Team Spirit again for this next matchup? Because that was the key of the success from Team Spirit here for the second match.
Yeah, you know what? As a shoutcaster, I think you can agree with me. One of the things that we love is uncertainty in games. It's what makes it super exciting, right? And for the first time in this tournament, I don't think there's a really, really clear win in any stages of this game for this particular series.
Agree, definitely, because it could have actually go to the other side. Most of the time, we do see that One Shot as well as Justinian having a really good composure. But then again, as time passed through, Team Spirit, they were just in a better form. They know what needs to be done. The defense-wise was just great backline, and Team Mad Bulls, they could have turned things around if they had a better opportunity. But now, I think that there might actually going in for the drafting already. I'm not sure, but Mad Bulls is not to be found right now at their own seat. So it could be a break for a while before we come in for the last match of the series.
Yep, so exciting times ahead, and we're looking at a potential, no, not even potential, we know it's going to be an amazing performance by both teams. Now the question is, which of these teams is going to be more amazing as we head into the last game of the series? This is a decider. Of course, there is a silver lining. Even if you lose this series, you will not be knocked out of the competition. You'll just be dropped to the lower brackets.
And we know for a fact that most of the storyline, those who are at the lower bracket, we've seen how Team Falcon does it. Even though you've been dropped down, you still be able to pull yourself up to the grand finals, and that could be another case for the side of both Team Bulls as well as Team Spirit. But the thing is, if you are already at the upper bracket and you manage to pull through right straight to the semifinals, you have that upper hand of that score. So this is something that they have to figure out. You want to actually have the longer journey, or you want to have the better upper hand stage going into the grand finals?
Yeah, nobody wants to go through this lower bracket. It's extremely brutal, right? Because if you make it all the way through lower brackets, you have to fight a best of 5 before you go into a grand finals of a best of 7. Potential 12-game series. It's going to be a tiring affair for the team coming up from the lower bracket.
Agree, but Flap Tizzy already said it. He was already looking forward to low bracket. It was I think it was just he was a bit underestimating themselves. I think they were already feeling like, okay, I'm gonna go down to lower bracket for the for the upper bracket. No, not yet. Leo said not yet until you meet with Team Liquid. And I think the reason why probably because Flap Tizzy was already used to from the SPS, and he was like thinking, we're gonna go lower bracket. I think it's fine. We're gonna go in for the longer journey. We're choosing that way. We wanna go for that longer journey so that we can pull through for that underdog story. But on the other side, I feel like that's not supposed to be your choice. That's not to be your prediction, because you want to at least portray a better odds on your hand. At least with confidence on your side, it can at least pull through into your gameplay, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you ask certain professionals, upper brackets are for. I'm not gonna complete that joke because you should know what that answer is. But at this 1xbet SuperNova competition, anything can happen. And you know what? I'm really excited. Bunny, maybe let's put a little bit of spice on this. Who are you going to go for in this final decider game?
Oh, man. I mean, again, talking about stats, Team Spirit coming off from a beautiful 4-0. And then we have Mad Bulls with 4-1. I mean, it's interesting that we are putting out a lot of odds to Team Spirit in the first place. But then Mad Bulls crushing off on that match series number 1, it was just amazing. But now as we go along to second match, I feel like Team Spirit has a better positioning. I feel like they've already read up, they already have a really good study against Mad Bulls. And I'm gonna switch off. Previously I put all out for Mad Bulls, but now I feel like again I had that prediction. I put out Team Spirit as the underdog to pull through into the grand final, so I'm gonna stick with that storyline. Team Spirit will be the one.
I like it. So the bunny has hopped. Let's see. I will hop on that train as well. Team Spirit was my dark horse of the competition. So we will be putting our guesses behind Team Spirit. Now, the question is, both teams have managed to buckle the knees of their opponents. Now it's time for the killing blow. They need to knock them out. So Team Spirit, we will see whether they can withstand the challenge of managing the Mad Bulls as they get ready for the bans and picks. And I think
Bobate mo ba si Batay? Sabahan nyo Sunday.
Pick.
Agree. I do agree on that note. That's it. It's
Abangan
either
nyo
you
Sunday,
bat it
August
off,
11,
or
bubuhatin natin si
you be the
Batters.
one to actually pick it off on your own teammate. It's either Team Spirit wants to go against or get it for themselves, or Team Mad Bulls will be the one who actually have the initiative to actually take it off. Somehow, I feel like there's a possibility they're going to deny this. They're going to not allow any opportunity of Tamus to be picked out into their own lineup. And I feel that that would be the better choice for both of the teams. Do you agree on that note?
Yeah, I agree that
Coach
it
Brent
should
pa rin
be
ba
banned
coach
out,
ng
at
Team
least for this
Spirit?
particular series. But I'm also very curious, right? If a team can
I'm
find
fine,
out a
thank you,
formula
and
to
you.
kind of deal
I'm
with
fine
the
too.
Thamos. That's what interests me the most. So I'm not competing, so I would say, hey, take the risk, man. Allow it into the hero pool. I want to see what you guys can use to counter the Thamos.
Yeah, so far right now we haven't seen anyone who was able to actually shut down Tamu so far. Whoever able to actually holds Tamus either on the side of Team Mad Bulls. If you have Ripper holding off Tamus, he will be able to have a lot of damage.
Saktong
He
Englishan
can go
lang.
against 1v4 on his own. He was tankiness. He was just so buff to a point that you can't do anything. And then going against to the side of Team Spirit as well, you have Tamus in the hands of if I'm not mistaken, okay, I kind of lost my train of thoughts just now. But anyway, going into Team Spirit, we feel that they were able to actually cut it out. They were able to utilize that Tamus against Team Mad Bulls to a point that you cannot do anything. And even so, going along the line of Tamus, we're talking about one shot. Previously, he keeps on getting Nolans, but he was denied of the opportunity to use it to full potential. But on match 2, that's where we see he was able to actually full the potential of Nolan straight away into that match.
Fighters.
Okay, so now let's take a little trip down into the shoes of Mad Bulls, right? I think if I were to look at it from their perspective, we could potentially look at a Nolan ban instead, right? One shot, very comfortable with Nolan. We know that he's very good on this hero. So I think one of the things that Mad Bulls can consider is to just take it out of the hero pool altogether.
Agree, definitely. I think the possibility of at least the teams of Mad Bulls try to
All-Star
actually
Fighters Open.
making sure that Team Spirit does not mirror them again like they did before. That could be a case here for the match number 3.
Yeah, and I think we've only seen one other hero being played by One Shot. I'm not sure, I forgot who it was, but it wasn't the best performance. It was a strong performance nonetheless, but not as strong as what he displays on Nolan, right? So this could be one of the shaky points or the weak links that maybe Mad Bulls can look to expose on the side of Team Spirit as well.
Agree, definitely. I mean, I think the hero that you were talking about, it could be it wasn't actually Nolan. It could be who was it? I kind of forgot. I think it
Free
was
draw event.
Louis. Was it? I think so. There's a possibility, but then again, at least at a point of time, I think that Team Spirit still have what it takes to actually pull through with it, because somehow, also another note for a fact, you have that Valentina on the side of Sunset Lover. That could be also another case along the line that Team Red Bull will be taking note as well.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things you have to consider, right?
Yeah.
So we've been
Grabe,
focusing
no?
a lot on Maniac's Thamus. Now
Tagal
we have
na
taken
nag-uusap.
a page out of Kid Bomba's book where he
Dang.
mirrored that pick.
Dang, son.
But there's also the Reaper Luo Yi. And that is one that had a spectacular performance the other day, right? So,
Grabe, hindi pa rin
you know,
tapos.
if you ban out the
Game 3
Thamus,
na,
you're
dyan
going
lang
to
kayo
give away
guys
one
ha.
ban to them.
Don't go away, I'll be
And
back.
This
Alright?
means they might
Break lang
open
muna
up the
tayo
Luo Yi,
saglit.
which might
Dyan
be
lang
a
kayo.
mistake. I don't know.
Oh, that's also how Roger will be picked up. Yep, that's it. Roger's been picked up, and it seems that Tamus, we've also talked about, they're going to actually ban it out. They're not going to allow any opportunity, any potential of either one of them being grabbed. Minotaur, Edith, and Jushin been shut down. Zaz as well as Chip also been taken out. But Hiko will be taking the Harith in his hand
Wala
instead.
pala akong audio, kanina
Justinian
po
switch it
nagsasalita.
up to Alpha
Okay, let's go.
instead for this matchup. Oh.
This is really scary, right? Because both teams now have access to signature heroes. Sawo back onto the Jawhead, Reaper back with the Loi as well. This is 50-50 for me at this point. The bans are going to come true as well. Arlet and the Nolan. So target the bans. Team Spirit, not looking too good with the Nolan ban.
Oh, okay. Now Nolan has been taken out. I'm loving the fact that they know that
Alright.
they need to stop one shot on that attempt at that Nolan, because he was definitely a demolisher to shut down every attempt of Team Mad Bulls. But I love the fact that they actually steal away the Loi in their hands right now. So a great massive best coming in on the side of Team Mad Bulls. On the side of Team Spirit, I feel like they're coming back again with the same technique. They're trying to make sure that at least they have the baseline been at least buffed up, clear out, so that they can defend YZ for their whole entire game.
Yep, the Grok going to be banned out, and you know, the combinations available for the side of Mad Bulls is pretty scary if you have a Grok
Louis
in their
Alpha,
lineup. So I
and then the
agree with this. I
Roger.
think it's a really smart ban. Now they will ban out Novaria
Yeah,
on the side of
Terisla
Mad Bulls, and
and
they don't want to be poked
Jawhead.
out before the fight even starts. So Nova, very adept and good at doing that. And now this leaves the doors open. The bans have been completed. Let's see, how do they want to win this game? Sunset Lover and One Shot left with the final two picks.
Ooh, ban.
Oh, Bane.
Bane will be picked up and still needs something. Kufra
Bane
was
balls
about to
him.
actually steal Kufra. Kufra still ended up, and I know for a fact this is one of the favorites for Team Mad Bulls, so I know they will be taken out. And Barak's also been picked up here, and I'm sorry, Kin. I think I'm gonna go all the way to Mad Bull right now. So far, I feel like they have the idea been put out, despite that
Bane,
Team
boss.
Spirit. They have the baseline been covered up, but on the side of burst and damage wise, I think Mad Bulls might be having a good idea for their next matchup.
Yep, I like it a lot. You know, you don't have to apologize to me. You just have to apologize to the Team Spirit fans.
Go for mid lane that can shred.
Nonetheless, I'm just gonna reserve my changes. So we'll
Aurora.
see Sunset Lover gonna
Oof.
hover around the Aurora.
Parang Mad Bulls.
And based on
the lineup,
this
parang
lineup,
Mad Bulls
I
par.
think positioning is key, right?
Based on
And
the
I'm gonna
lineup.
just keep it with Mad Bulls as well. I think their draft makes a little more sense.
Di pinipik yung main
right?
sitar eh,
And
no?
Justinian
Di masyado
actually
pinipik.
gets the
don't
engagement he's
pick it
looking for to scale
as
Alpha.
usual.
It could prove to be fatal in the team fights against Team Spirit.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, wow. I'm so yeah, I do agree.
So
I
game
gotta say
number
I'm
3,
sorry
I
to
think,
Team Spirit fan. I'm so sorry. I really was hoping
for
a
the
lot
match,
for Team Spirit here for the drafting, but so
Mad
far
Bulls
the
have
picks, the choices that
Mad
been
Bulls
made
have
by
the
Mad
better
Bulls
draft.
looks much more sturdy, much
Where's the
more
English
stronger
cast?
compared to what been put out by Team Spirit. But
We're watching the English
things
cast
can
already,
falter.
guys.
Not to worry, you might have the best draft, but then again, idea of execution coming into the game could be different. Things can turn around, and you can see that happening on that second match as well. We thought that it was going to be in the favor of Team Mad Bull, but it wasn't. So now going into the last match of third series of the day, Mad Bulls versus Team Spirit.
Yeah, buckle up your seatbelts for this 1xbet SuperNova at Amman. We will see which one of these teams will make it into the winner's bracket and
Okay,
which
guys,
one
let's
will be
go.
knocked down to the lower bracket.
Right, taking their buff on themselves so far. Looking at the site right now, it seems that Split View coming in, and it seems that they are gonna overextend. They try to push into Sao as well, but
Oh,
maybe
nice
one
catch.
nope. Coming in right now, Ripper almost close enough to be taken down by Sunset Lover. Shutting down just a little bit more, almost been shut down, but Ripper managed to score it just enough to make a way before being taken out.
Yep, Sunset Lover did not commit the flicker for the kill. I think they understand, hey, we have a slight advantage at this point. No, the reset is great and good enough. Lovely will try to hold off the... It looks like One Shot doing a little bit better than his counterpart, Justinian. He will be able to take one of the camps away from Mad.
Okay, looking good so far. Team Spirit, a little bit of aggression coming into Lovely as well. But not to worry, still be able to actually pull through. So far, I feel like Team Spirit is very, very pushy. They want to go in for the scrimmage so fast. They want to actually try to get that first blood on their run. They want to make sure that the lead being given to their side instead.
Yep, they need to, right? They cannot allow Mad Bulls to have an advantage here, because if you allow Justinian to have the lead, when he hits level 4, which he just did, he is going to be a menace. The true damage might be too much for the side of Team Spirit to handle.
Okay, One Shot trying to actually hold position right now, as Sao will be the target. As time goes by, they're not gonna overextend, they're not gonna overcommit. Just a little bit peeking, a little bit teasing, poking from both sides. So far, no casualty whatsoever.
Yep, you know what? Team Spirit, it all falls down onto the crab claw cannon coming out from One Shot, right? Every cannon that he hits or miss changes the state of the fight.
I do agree on that note. Yeah, there's definitely one of
the
things,
catch.
but no, it's gotta be One Shot takes down Lovely first of all.
Yep, so that is a great start for the side of Team Spirit, looking to prove us wrong at this point, as the turtle will be given up by the side of Mad Bull. So Team Spirit definitely gonna have this huge advantage. Now, at the 3-minute mark, it's gonna be 1,000 gold ahead for Team Spirit.
That overcommitment by Lovely is just not needed, and somehow he's gonna do it again and giving the opportunity of Sour to just pick him up. At the same time, trying to back things off to make sure that at least Lovely does not been pulled through. They managed to actually just neutralize what was happening.
Yep, the positioning by Team Spirit is just that much better, and once again rewarding themselves with a couple of jungle creeps as well as the gold crab coming out from the side of Mad Bull. So Team Spirit, they have a good advantage. Can they turn this into turrets? That's the big question.
Oh, definitely, that's gonna be interesting. And we do see that at least somehow roaming around, coming in from Team Spirit, they have a great massive control. They managed to actually give so much aggression that Team Mad Bulls is try to actually defend it wise. They're pulling back from all of the aggression that's been put out by Team Spirit. Even Lovely, who tried to actually go in for initiator, cannot do anything. But it's going to be Kid Bomber, who will be tagged off just close enough to be shut down, but unfortunately will not be able to connect the dots.
They did not hit the mark, and Mad Bulls now they have to back off for a little bit, right? They did not get the kill on Kid Bomber. What a play so far by the Kid. And it might be looking a bit difficult for Mad Bulls at this point. Oh, Sawu looking to go in, gets the charge, throws him back. Lovely once again. This time he has the flicker. He will flicker out. No burst potential being realized by the side of Team Spirit.
Again, try to neutralize every single casualty, but still, the aggression that been put out by Team Spirit is just so much, and it could have actually gone to their side. Nevertheless, at least Mad Bulls also able to actually slow things down. Now coming in, Lovely, looking for opportunity to take down. It's gonna be Sour to actually pinpoint and making him to be taken out.
Oh, the turnaround is gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. Justinian here, he might lose his life. One Shot uses the deadly catch, will not be able to hit Don't, and this is going to be an opening for the turtle on the side of Team Spirit.
Oh, great shot coming in. Trades off with 2-1. Still in the lead for Team Spirit. The aggression they've done here is giving a lot of trouble for Team Mad Bulls to pull through. They're trying to actually steal away that turret. Not going to do in the favor because Hiko is right there to cover things up. They get the turtle in their hands.
Yep, Enchanted Talisman into the hands of Reaper. Let's take a look at the growth of the items. War Axe as well for the side of Justinian. And, you know, Thunder Belt onto Maniac, it's all good. But on the flip side, War Axe is well completed for Kid Bomber. And more importantly, the gold lane Hiko already has a Stadium Scythe. Hunter Strike available for the side of One Shot. And finally, the glowing wand in the hands of Sunset Lover. All of them have hit the early game markers for itemization.
Atomization definitely in the best form for Team Spirit. So Team Mad Bulls, they gotta do something to catch things up. They gotta patch up to try to make sure that at least it doesn't give too much of the advantage for Team Spirit. Trying to pull off right here for the mid. Ripple still surviving though, at least so far. And we do see that here, all alone right down below is gonna be Maniac trying to survive it out. He did manage to actually clears it out, making sure that at least the turret will be tagged off, trying to sneak away a little bit of that disruption. But the same process right here, Dawn all alone, trying to actually make sure I have a really good backup. But Sunset Lover will be the one to get the kill, takes down one. Maniac will be shut down immediately.
Yep, a cleaner rotation by the side of Team Spirit as they reward themselves with the T1 in the mid and the T1 on the bot as well. So Team Spirit maintaining this gold advantage. More importantly, it's also about the EXP advantage.
Agree, definitely. This part where we see Team Spirit getting a lot of the potential to take down Team Matbo so quickly to a point that they cannot do anything. Coming in right now, so far Team Matbo haven't had the chance, the opportunity to actually have a good repositioning, good composure coming off, and even with Lovely trying to fight off 1v1 with K-Bomber, he could not do anything.
Yeah, and this is why Sauer's pick on the Jawhead is so great, right? Because he's able to reposition the opponent's a singular target into the middle of Team Spirit, and you know they do not miss those chances.
Yeah, it's like Jushin. I mean, like, you have Jushin. If you have insight, you can actually catch it up, put it back into your team's rotation, keep in your territory. And this is the same case for Jawhead as well. You're doing the same case. This is what we've seen Team Spirit do it over and over again to the side of their opponents. And now, with Jawhead on the line, it's going to be even tough for Mad Bulls to at least counter it back. And somehow, right here, going to reposition on the top side, try to fight off with Lovely first of all. But at the same time, Justinian is having struggle. They pull through. They have a great defense-wise, but turret has already been dropped.
Yep, they don't lose any of the members on the side of Mad Bulls, but they do lose a T1 on the top. So all T1s have been cleared from the map on the side of Mad Bulls, and Team Spirit, they're just gonna walk away scot-free. Look at that! The cannon does so much damage. 1/5 of Maniac's health.
I mean, this is it. This is the control movement from Team Spirit that was seen before, and it makes it even difficult. And coming in for a side is going to be Ripper, who takes down Keep Bomba. It's going to be maybe an opening side for the team of Mad Bulls. They finally managed to actually put out a little bit of the flame that was taken out by Team Spirit, but now they might actually have a good opening. They might be able to actually pull back into their scene after that one trade for themselves. But at the same process right here, they're going to go in straight to the bot lane.
Yep, they stem the bleeding momentarily, but it might not be enough because Team Spirit, they have a very strong wave clear potential as well, due to the help of Hiko as well as Sunset Lover. Now, Mad Bulls, they have to look for something else on the map. It looks like no, they want to stay, they want to try and get for this, but Team Spirit looking for a concealed play. Sawo looking for the target diversion to get out. Can they get out in time? They will! All 4 members survive. What a play and what a save by Reaper.
Oh, nicely done. Knowing for a fact that they don't want to actually overextend, they don't want to overcommit. But here, Sao coming back again, try to actually find a way to at least pick up Justinian into the scene. But they are going to actually contest for the Lord. And this is where Lovely, can they actually make it through? Can they actually try to hold it off, try to steal away? But it's not going to be easy because Team Spirit is already able to take off that Lord in their hands, and they're going to go in for the script.
Yep, Kimbamba falling low. They do get the 1 kill. It is a 1-for-1 trade now as Sao gets a kill onto Maniac, but it looks like the damage is too much for the side of Mad Bulls. They are going to get their horns grabbed again. Team Spirit looking for the re-engage. Here we go. The throwback. Justinian does not survive. And Mad Bulls, they have to turn tails and run.
Not even able to at least neutralize the occasion.
Nawala yung live, guys. Wait lang,
They did manage to trade it off, but then the overcommitment even punishes them further along the line, and Team Spirit is just looking even better than ever.
Yeah, Team Spirit, I think they have found the formula to fight against Mad Bulls, and boy, are they abusing it.
And despite that, we talked about the istomization of Maniac. He had that Thunderbelt, but it doesn't even matter because so much of the damage already been put out by Team Spirit that he cannot even hold it off. And now, despite that, we do see that Reaper been taken off in the process. Team Spirit will do even much further along to steal that purple buff.
Yep, let's see. This first lot might not be as potent simply because Team Spirit has not gotten the support down yet. But here we go. Here comes the toss ejector as well as the unstoppable force lands on the Pooh, and Reaper on the backlines dying. The Kid Bomber. The life bars are falling. Nobody is dying on the side of Team Spirit as Mad Bulls get controlled. They get torn apart, just leaving Don't and Lovely to fend for themselves in the base.
Team Spirit coming in straight to the top side, clears out the turret. This could be the ending. May be able to actually close it off. Don't coming in with the Wolverine, but unfortunately will be denied. Unfortunately, it's already a done deal for Team Spirit, making their way right to the semifinals. And while Mad Bulls, unfortunately, they will be dropped to that lower bracket.
What a game by Team Spirit here. You know, our doubts have been casted away. So it is going to be Team Spirit walking into the winner's bracket.
Congratulations, Team
this is what we
Spirit.
call a casticus. But let's
Once
take a
more,
look
a
at what
2-1
Leo
victory
will have to say
over
to
their
interview
opponents,
their
Mad
team
Bulls. All right, go ahead. Shake hands, bump fists with Mad Bulls. Again, as mentioned prior in the pre-match interview, they are friends. This is a healthy competition between two teams well known in the ECA region. And this time, Team Spirit gets the better of them. Mad Bulls can go ahead and head back to the stage. There you go. To regroup and recover. Can I have Sawo up? Where's Sawo? Sawo. Congratulations. Post-match interview, please. That's a 2-1 victory. Amazing work. Now I gotta ask. Last week, they beat you guys. Best of 9, 5-3. Now you got them 2-1. What changed? What's the difference between Team Spirit then and Team Spirit now?
I think we got a lot of confidence after games versus team from Mongolia and AP Brand. So now also we changed a little bit some strategies. We have good coach and he like saying what was mistake and what now we should to do, and we just winning them. Also it's about just confident, you know. It's all about confidence.
I love it. You guys are very confident. Your play style very aggressive. Talking about your next round, you are now advancing to the upper bracket finals. You're going to face one of the two teams, Falcons AP Bren or Team Liquid Philippines. You already beat Falcons AP Bren. Am I right to assume you might want to face them again, or do you want to face Liquid in the next round?
Really, I don't know. We know that both of that team probably should be the champions, and they always close to be champions, and always they face to face with each other. So no, I don't know who we wanna, but I for sure can say to you that it will be strong games, and we should prepare to it and wait them, and let's go.
Let's go. Team Spirit still undefeated at SuperNova. Sawo, address your fans, address the Team Spirit fans, address all of those who support you in your esports career. Talk to them now. You can say it in Russian too.
Всем огромное спасибо за то, что болеете за нас. Постараемся показать максимум, выиграть данный турнир. Мы очень гордимся то, что мы играем с такими мастодонтами и чемпионами по типу Эхо, Брены. И будем рады вас радовать победами над этими очень сильными командами. Продолжайте болеть за Team Spirit.
Spasibo. Spasibo, Sawo. I'm sure everyone is proud of you as well. Thank you so much. More power to Team Spirit. You can go ahead and join your team. Wow. Folks, I learned a little bit about Russian during the break, so I understood just a little bit of that. But don't worry, after we break down this matchup between Mad Bulls and Team Spirit, we're going to go into a quick break. When we come back, it'll be another best of 3 in the upper bracket. One team from there is moving on to face Team Spirit. Who's it going to be? Falcons AP Brent or Team Liquid Philippines? Stay with us. Let's turn it over to our casters to break down this matchup.
Spasiba to you as well. I hope I got that correct. That is going to be Leo. And now it is our turn. So let's break the game down. I mean, we had a vote of confidence for Mad Bulls. We were proven wrong by Team Spirit. They were the better team in this last game of the series. Now, Bunny, what are your thoughts on that game?
Caster curse. I'm so sorry. We had the caster curse because, again, when it comes to drafting, I really thought that Team Matt Bulls was a bit more composed. The lineups that we put out, a great composition, but I think we missed out. I think you already also take note of that. You even talked about it. If you have Jawhead in the hands of Team Spirit, and we've seen the destruction that he has done on day number 1 on the group stage, this is gonna be the same thing coming into this series as well. And that was it. The Jawhead was just so annoying to a point that Team Rebels could not do anything. Even the Kufra, once you see that Lovely try to pull through, try to go the initiation, try to go for the instigator, he ended up being picked off and say like, oh no, we're gonna bring you into our territory. And at the end of it all, he was shut down, and there was no defense line to guard up the team of Mad Bulls.
Okay, let me put it this way. Jawhead is a better version of Tusing because he's able to lock onto the target, get the ejector, throw you back, and yeah, it's insane. So Sour on the Jawhead, really spectacular performance. We loved it, and at this point, very deserving that they get to step into the winners' finals. Now, who they will be playing against, we are not sure. That will be decided later on tonight. But regardless, it's going to be a great match to watch and cast as well. Now, if we take a look at the win conditions for the side of Team Spirit, there were multiple, right? But I think one of the main things was that they had the defensive capabilities to survive the initial jumps by Lovely, right? And that's where they really capitalized that, hey, one guy is out of position because they thought they could dive us.
Agree, definitely. And that was that potential of them able to actually pick off Team Mabel straight away from their guard, and they want to make sure that that's the reason why most of the time they're not clumping off. And I like the fact that there was a point of time Sao tried to go in straight into the bush, and Ripper, the one who made it through, so making sure that they will not be taken out easily. But at that point of time, we already see Team Spirit already buffing up. They're already leveling up, stacking up themselves to a point that there was nothing that Team Mabul could done, despite no matter how much, even Maniac getting that Thunderbolt, trying to actually buff up himself. He was easily picked up straight away and shut down immediately.
Yeah, this is credits to actually One Shot, right, as well as Sunset Lover. So they made the game really difficult for Reaper and Maniac because they could never really get the correct positioning. It was never Mad Bulls hunting, it was being hunted. And that's not the case you want to be, especially when you have a Luoi going in with the diversion plays, right? So they punished them really hard. There was no comeback factor. And Justinian, he could never get the Spear of Alpha at the correct position simply because Team Spirit seemed to disappear, right? At the correct moments, they were gone.
Yeah, agree. Definitely. That was the reason why most of the time things were not connecting to Team Map Bulls to a point that they were denied, and they were punished for those mistakes that were done. I mean, there was at a moment we do see that Don't was trying to actually survive it, try to actually bring it back to Team Map Bulls, but it was still not enough because you got Hiko, you got Sunset, you got One Shot. It was just so much to be bare to a point that Map Bulls could not do anything.
Yep, I think One Shot really surprised everyone, including us, with the burst damage. Like, I know that Bane has a lot of burst damage available, especially coming out from the Crab Claw Cannon, right? Which is why I, kind of pointed it out at the start. The whole game is decided on the fact of whether he hits the shots of this cannon or not, right? Because every single time he gets a shot in before the fight starts, it's going to be really disastrous for the side of Mad Bulls. And here we go. He is definitely the MVP of this game, had the biggest impact, 209, 100% in the kill participation, getting himself a gold per minute of 737.
You can't mess around with One Shot. Whatever heroes he put out, he will definitely bring so much of a fight to a point that it will be so destruction. You take out Nolan from him, he still have Pain. He can still surprise us off, and it was just superbly amazing. I mean, he has so much potential to a point that there was nothing that any opponent can do to shut him down.
Yeah, putting the One Shot in the cannon of Bane. What a play by this guy. And if we take a look at his rotations around the map, you would see why we were saying that, Team Spirit literally were like ghosts. They were floating around and across the map at every single instance. And they could never really figure them out from the side of the Mad Bulls.
Agree, definitely. And rotation wise, from Team Spirit, great cover, great control, their positioning, and I think Team Mabos had to be falter coming up into this highlight again. It started out really good coming in from Team Spirit itself. They had the turtle, and even so, pushing in straight to Team Mabos, they managed to actually had a lot of the kills for themselves.
Yep, and if you take a look at the way that One Shot used his daily catch, it was always used as a zoning tool. Less of the burst, but really to just push the members of Mad Bulls away. While they started to work on individual members on the side of Mad Bulls. And that was a perfect formula because they could never enter. Look at this, one person, you want to dive us? No, you're out of position, man. Sawo making the teamwork as well. And that was a really quick cooldown on the daily catch as well.
The fact that he started out with Maniac, he picked up Maniac first of all, and then he goes to Justinian, making sure that every single player being taken out. And here, Maniac being picked up again, he was the one to be shut down. They make sure that, again, your baseline tanky will not be able to defend you, and Team Spirit just punishing them even more further along the line. You cannot have that defense. Team Spirit does not allow it, and they will be able to punish because of the fact that you're open to be shut down.
Yep, you know, Sawo's performance really godlike. Archaeologists around the world hate this guy because he is making fossils all over the place with the dinosaur deaths now. Team Spirit, what a performance. You look at what it means to them. The boys have done it. Now, one step closer towards the grand finals, one step closer towards that prize money.
Yeah, nicely done coming in from Team Spirit, loving every single step of the way. But I think that we're going to have the next playoff coming up next. It's going to be Team Liquid meeting off right now, and I think we're going to actually have a break as well. It's coming up soon, and we'll see Cake as well as Fox taking over our stat right now. Are we going to say goodbye? Do you think we're going to say goodbye?
Let's say goodbye.
Let's do it. All right, thank you so much again for everyone. See you guys for tomorrow on the last day of the playoff. I'm Fasha Bani.
And I am your favorite kind of tofu, Kindofu. We'll see you tomorrow.
Moment.